don't care if you've been facing your fears with a keyblade all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, the Dulu's Brothers, coming to you live and direct from the dro. Oh no, from the stack. Smoke me out fam with that dang shit on my left. Oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
How the fuck do you not know where you fuck you is?
I know.
Too much dankers.
I'm getting confused. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, joke people on the threes and fours, Protos.
Back from death's motherfucking dough.
Ooh, we're going to talk about it. It's a three-person crew today. Blue is celebrating his 50,000th different type of anniversary, I guess?
Yeah.
This month alone.
Yeah.
You can consider this the Menage a Negro.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that the name we giving
The
it?
first time I looked at her, the first time we got married.
Yeah, first time we touched hands, first time she sneezed on me, first time we cuddled. Oh my
Shout out to him, though. Just the three of us. No Stitch tonight, but we getting in. Plenty to talk about. Thank you for joining us.
First in the chat would be Warrior Fellow. What's going on? Listener of the week would be Katharina Lauterbach.
That sounds new. I like it. Sounds foreign, too.
Oh, probably not.
Old Ninja. You usually... Do we have any celebrities?
Oh yeah.
You got one?
Yeah,
Who
we
you
got one.
Who you got?
We got legendary R&B singer James Ingram.
I thought you were going to say R. Kelly. I was about to do a happy dance up in here.
What the hell? James Ingram, most famous for like a lot of his soul ballads. He passed away at the age of 66.
What was his big song?
Man,
Not to put you on the spot.
He's had a few, just like what was it? Baby Come to Me. I think that's him and the Patty or Retha. No, yeah, Baby Come to Me. I Don't Have the Heart. He was nominated for the movie American Tail had his song in it, which
Feifel?
Yeah, he had a song in there. He's won Golden Globes. He was nominated for Oscars. Also in the movie Junior, he had a song in there. He has that like kind of voice, kind of like the dude one of the Doobie Brothers. What's the Doobie Brothers? Big, deep, soulful voice. Anyway,
Dude, you are old as fuck. You talking about the Doobie Brothers?
Yeah,
we got millennials
man.
listening to this shit. God damn
Fuck
it.
them. Just kidding. Keep listening. But yeah, James Ingram. He's had. You don't know who James? He's basically like the counterpart to Patti LaBelle.
Oh, Ninja, you gotta turn the mic towards you.
There we go.
You're sounding far away. Angle it
Far
up
away.
towards you.
Oh, you said
Adjust the damn thing.
on.
We don't.
Stuck.
Come on.
Just the other two.
We've been doing this for years.
I know.
We professional.
I didn't know.
Professional podcast.
I didn't know I had lint mic. My bad.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
he famous. He passed away relatively youngish. I'm guessing.
Yeah. You never heard the song "Just Once"? 100 Ways, just 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually does something.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a bunch of hit songs from like the 80s all the way up until like the 90s.
Good shit. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P.
Is that our only one?
Yeah.
Good enough. Good enough. We got stuff to get in. Do we want to start it off with just kind of a reminder on these golden eggplants, which are still live?
We should
Yeah,
always remind people.
We're keeping it live until, what was it,
2 weeks.
February?
We have 2 fucking weeks.
2 fucking weeks, but February, I think it's, 13, 12? Pull out a calendar.
Yeah, February 13th will be the
Okay.
day we are going to call it a wrap and then actually have the Who Won award show.
Yes, which is, I can't wait. The greatest thing about it is there's always surprises, and there's always like 1 or 2 votes that decides a couple category
Oh yeah,
winners.
we're seeing that again this year, and I like the fact that we had the suggestion thing mandatory, even though it's mandatory. But if you just put in a dot or just leave it blank, it doesn't really matter. You just have to put something in there. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of good feedback.
Good
So
shit.
yeah, some really good stuff. Some stuff we're probably gonna put in the podcast.
Excellent. We'll read a whole bunch. That whole show is going to be dedicated to a whole bunch of responses and
And the awards itself.
the awards itself. Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
We
Okay.
left off some awards this year. I forgot. We left off a few awards.
Oh, well,
I think we left off like the mobile gaming thing. I think we had that last year and we took it off. I think we did.
I don't think we had a mobile gaming one.
No, so I thought Blue had a whole bunch of mobile gaming stuff.
I think he added mobile
Did he add them into the
games
regular gaming?
Yeah, I think he added it to it.
because there were
but
some this year.
I know we combined 2 into 1, and I think we added best new anime. So it's returning anime, best new anime, and then best series. I think.
But
So
again, this is just a reminder. Go vote, goddammit. Your vote fucking matters. At least with this.
You can vote more than once, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can vote more than once.
Can. Yes,
There
you
you
can.
go. Cakeman was answering, so
Yeah, you
or
can vote.
asking. We're answering.
Yeah, you can vote multiple times. There's no restrictions on that. There are ones that are required to answer. Like, it won't submit unless you... And there's only 3 of them, so or 4.
Which ones are those? Why do we have required ones?
Because one is the comments is required.
Okay,
And
what-
then the ones that pertain to us are required.
Oh,
So
okay.
any B than BTI related question is us. Basically, best episode, best rant, and I think best S-Class interview are required.
Oh,
Putting in secret shit.
somebody had asked for, because we didn't put in the rants this year. I forgot to edit them
Oh,
all
the
together. 'Cause
link,
I
yeah.
usually do that. I usually put all the
Yeah,
rants
yeah, yeah.
together, and I forgot. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that sometime soon. So
It ain't gonna happen during SF Beer Week. You
it
know
might.
that.
It might. I can do it in the morning. It doesn't take.
Okay.
I just gotta find the episode. I just gotta find the shit. It's actually easy to put together as long as I know
What
the shit
episodes?
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, in the awards, we were very like descriptive on which episode and what we called the rant. So
Okay.
we just don't have a. Some people ask for timestamps.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
So,
work.
like, yeah, it is work. But
I'll just put it all together because usually I put it all together and it's fucking easy.
Good shit, man. Engineering on the ones and twos. We should start. I think we should start off. I know Blue gave his non-spoilerish review a little bit last week, but Dragon Ball Super Broly needs to be discussed. God damn it!
It does. It's a good movie, but I need to fucking call you out.
What'd you say?
That was not the best fight scene of all time in anime.
Ooh.
No. They were good. Don't get me wrong.
Like go ahead.
In recent memory, Boruto episode number 65 was the one with Momosuke versus Naruto and Sasuke. Way fucking better.
Was it longer than this too?
No, it was just a single episode, but the action sequences in that one,
Okay.
way fucking better.
I haven't seen any Boruto,
Okay.
so
But this Dragon Ball Super is probably like easily the best Dragon Ball action sequences that I've seen. I haven't seen like the most recent Super episodes, but
you saw none of Super.
no, because remember when I first started watching it, when it first came out, and it was basically just the movie and then like another movie like back to back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking watch this shit.
Oh yeah. Then they had all new episodes.
I know they had. I just waited and just kind of slept on it. So I might catch up one of these days, but
Yeah.
that's why I didn't watch it because I'm like, I'm not gonna watch you make a fucking TV show based on a movie that I already watched. That's fucking stupid.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
I get that.
They basically out Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Like they just drew out some shit that you already knew the conclusion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Then they had somewhere in the triple digits. They had a lot of episodes of Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah. It's over 100, but I mean, I venture to say probably at least 20 of them you don't even gotta fucking watch because it's shit that
okay.
you already saw.
Yeah. See, this was my first time seeing a movie for Dragon Ball in a long time. This Broly one.
Oh, because
really long time.
Because I watched the other one. I watched the other one in the theaters. And that's the reason why I didn't watch the Super, because I was like, this is in the fucking theaters, and I just watched it.
Oh wow, so it was recent, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into this movie itself. Everybody should have seen it. I think you were saying, Kronos, just before the cast that this is the last week for it being in U.S. theaters, I believe.
Well, that's what somebody mentioned to me. I didn't verify it,
Okay.
but that's what somebody had mentioned to me. And if it is, I mean, well, I got to watch it, so.
There you go. Why don't you start us off? What did you think of Broly and Frieza and his dad in general?
Oh, I thought it was great because you got to get a really good backstory on who Broly was and why he hated, Saiyans and why he went kind of crazy all the time and shit like that. So I thought that was really cool because that was kind of like a mystery. But if I remember correctly, Broly prior to this was like a GT character, wasn't he?
I think
So he wasn't really canon.
Yeah.
But now they're bringing all that stuff
Into canon.
So I think that's really neat, seeing Broly's dad and like seeing the Saiyans before everything got blown up. I thought it was like one of the coolest backstory tellings of any anime, because usually anime they do a pretty shitty job with like backstories and stuff, and this one did a really good job.
Good stuff. No, it's all right. There are going to be some spoilers on here because it's been out for 2 goddamn weeks. You should have fucking seen it. So here's your warning. My fucking favorite part of this shit was Frieza.
Oh yeah,
I love
fucking sketchy ass.
Frieza is doing dirty, sketchy ass shit. He obviously wants to see what happens when Broly starts fighting with not only Goku and Vegeta,
Yeah.
but like just almost fucking up the entire planet Earth.
Wait, he basically just like he basically threw a pit bull in with like a bunch of little chickens.
Yep.
Just to see what would happen.
Yes.
And I was just like, And then all of a sudden, the pit bull got outside the cage. It was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, Broly's dad is supposed to be able to control him with like some kind of electronic collar bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, that goes, haywire. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a Jurassic Park movie, And Frieza still thinks he's in fucking control, but Broly's like the fucking Hulk, on some World War Hulk shit.
Yeah.
And just raging out, and has never gone, doesn't even know his own power level. Doesn't know that he can go Super Saiyan or any of these other power levels, and he keeps getting stronger and stronger and more aggressive and more giant apes Saiyan like.
Yeah,
right?
I like how he kept getting bigger and bigger, but they didn't like show. They did it like real subtly, because like him and Kakarot were basically he's bigger than Kakarot, but not by that much.
Mm-hmm.
But after like they start fighting for a while, he gets like way fucking bigger than him. Even because basically when Kakarot goes Super Saiyan God and the Ultra Instinct, he stays basically the same height.
Yeah.
He might get a little like bit like muscular, but he doesn't really change height that much. But with Brawly, it seems like he got like way fucking bigger.
Yeah.
I was just like, whoa.
He seems like he's 8 or 9 feet fucking tall.
Yeah.
Easily. And what was the level of Super Saiyan where he's green?
Yeah, I don't know what that one is, because did he even go green?
I thought I saw a greenish,
like
yellowish
flashes,
hue to him, and then he was doing some green beams as well, or
Yeah.
shots.
I don't know. Maybe he has like his own version of Super Saiyan, because he's supposed to be the original He's supposed to be the actual Super Saiyan from the like legend.
Okay.
That's supposed to be him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because he's like he's naturally born with it, but Vegeta and Goku get it by training. So
Nice.
that's why that's the difference.
And his dad didn't even fucking believe in the Super Saiyan legend.
No, because he didn't know.
Yeah. He was obviously off planet and all that, and they show some of that, but his dad was a fucking dick the entire fucking time, and it was a who could be the biggest dick and hateable character standoff between Frieza and his dad. I can't remember his fucking dad's name. I'm just gonna call him his dad the entire fucking time.
Well, he died like a bitch, like he should have.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, Frieza took his ass out.
Yeah, that shit was fucking.
We gotta
too.
be real.
That shit was so funny though. It's like,
man.
look what happened to your dad.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Frieza
man.
wanted to see him go beyond all measure of, Super Saiyan previously known levels and just beat the shit out of both Goku and Vegeta to the nth degree, and was like, yeah, what happens if I shoot your fucking dad and kill him right fucking now? And I love that scene. Frieza being a punk ass.
Yeah, that shit was fucking funny, man. And then seeing him get his ass whipped was pretty fucking funny too.
Because Goku obviously leaves, and he eventually does the forming
Fusion
dance.
dance. Let's back up a little bit though.
Okay.
So seeing like Goku fight Brawly when he goes through like his power levels, and then once he gets to like I think it's Ultra Instinct, because I haven't watched this episode yet, but he does like some stuff that I never saw in Dragon Ball before, which is like fight a different way, because like usually they do like basically the same, like that's one of the reasons why I kind of stopped watching Dragon Ball Z, because they do like basically the same kind of fights, like it's all knees, punches, kicks, nothing really amazing, and they're all basically the same sorts of knees, punches, and kicks, and some elbows. But in this one, like he was doing some straight judo shit, and then he did some fucking telekinesis shit. That was pretty cool. And then like he was doing some other stuff with like his power. So I thought that was really neat to see the animators get to do some cool stuff. Like if you watched right before they start fighting and Brawly's kind of powering up, Goku's sitting there. He's dancing around on his tiptoes.
Yep.
It goes back to like Bruce Lee. It's like a nod back to like Bruce Lee when he starts doing this thing, and it actually goes back to like IP Man too. If you watch like the old IP Man movies, the Yip Man, when he loosens up and he starts to do like the quote unquote Western boxing thing, and like he'll dance on his toes and like keep himself real loose, and that's like the same deal. So I thought that was pretty neat to see different shit in Dragon Ball Z, well Dragon Ball for once. So
There you go.
anyway, you go back to
No, I was just gonna say the fusion dance shit had me fucking dying. I couldn't get enough of it because we're seeing Vegeta, we're seeing Goku. They can't fucking sync right, so they're forming these weird fucking bastardized versions of the two of them fusing together. And I love Vegeta just being like, fuck this, fuck the planet. I don't care about anything, goddammit.
I'd rather just die.
It's too fucking embarrassing to do that fucking weebo ass fucking dance and shit. I love that.
Weeble ass dance.
You know? And then when they did a freeze frame shit, I don't know if you can pull up the photo or whatever.
Oh, it was like degrees off.
Yeah, man. And fucking Vegeta's face just looks like, I don't want to be here. Goddamn it. I loved it though, man. It showed a little bit of character.
Oh, you're talking about the shitty animation one.
Yeah, the shitty animation
okay,
one. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it showed a little bit more of his character. Obviously, Goku was able to get him to do it because he was like, well, what about Bulma? You know?
You know what's funny is that me and Mr. X, we have a picture when we got our purple belts together.
Yeah.
We have a picture of us doing the fusion dance, or at least the fingers together. So
yeah, the pointing with the fingers and shit. This is about, I would say 50%, maybe 60% all fighting between one way or another.
About 50, because like the first half of the movie, yeah, there was barely any fighting.
Yeah.
And, like the last half was like
The last half is all fighting. So there's plenty of fucking action in this. It feels like the planet is going to be ripped apart by these fucking guys fighting.
Oh yeah, especially I like how they set it up with they start in like the Arctic.
Yep.
And then it turns into a fucking volcanic wasteland. I was just like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, when is the planet gonna crack?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they like went into the fucking Earth's core.
Yes.
And kept fighting.
Magma just raining down and shit. Fucking oceans boiling. Yeah. Dragon Ball has a way of just making fights go over so much over the top. Like, and the big thing now from Super, what was his name? Jiren? I think that's how you pronounce it. Jiren?
Oh, from Super, yeah.
People kept going back and forth. I'm not gonna weigh in on this yet, but the whole Broly versus Jiren and who would win that shit. But I think definitively Broly got fucking Vegeta and Goku beat.
Oh yeah, but then when they fusion danced though, they didn't whoop that ass.
Solo,
yeah.
I'm going Broly every goddamn time. I mean, I think that was pretty definitive in this movie.
But I haven't watched that part of Super yet. Did Jiren ever attack Wiz?
Ooh, god damn it! I have to go back. I don't think so because I remember Wiz on the sideline. Shit. I'll have to go back.
Because Broly tried to attack Wiz in this one, and he was like, not having. He was like, nope.
yeah. Wiz kind of dodged it.
Easily
he got
dodged
close,
it.
but he dodged it and shit. You know.
Yeah, I think Wiz would whip his ass.
Ooh, I would like to see that.
Well, people forget that Wiz is way stronger than Beerus. He trained Beerus, so.
I forgot about that. But what about what's that little god that Beerus fucking prays to? Little alien weird looking face,
I don't know.
dude.
You talking about the guy with the oval looking face?
Yeah, because he has fucking Beerus all fucking shook throughout Super. Anyway, we'll fucking see. I'm sure there'll be more of them. I think this movie cost like $8 million only.
That's not bad.
And it made well over $100 million worldwide already.
I think it was $100 million in the U.S.
You might have to check that. I thought it was $100 million worldwide.
I think that was just in the U.S.
Check that. Fact check that. I thought it was $100 million worldwide, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. He's checking it right now. The thing I will note is I saw 0 television commercials on U.S. television for Dragon Ball Super, like advertising it.
Well, you didn't even see it on like what was it?
Crunchyroll or
no Adult Swim, Toonami, yeah, or Adult Swim.
I will have to go back and check. I have a few recorded on the DVR. I didn't see any on like network television at all. But maybe Toonami did a little bit. You got the box office? Dragon Ball Super box office?
I've got a problem with my fucking...
Oh, fuck. Oh, Ninja, you got internet.
It looks like it only made $28 million
U.S.
Oh, okay. So maybe it was $100 million worldwide.
And $9 million opening.
Okay.
So,
but still great numbers, again, for something that isn't heavily advertised mainstream. You know what I mean?
Not really at all. It's just...
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth and nerdy-ass people like us that know about Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So it is...
Well, that's domestic. So it made $28 million domestic, $70 million. Okay, yeah.
So it's $98 million total.
Yeah,
but as far as anime goes, it's the third
highest.
Which is extremely impressive. You know? It felt a little bit short. Like, it felt like it was about 90 minutes or so.
It is 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it's an hour and 40, so...
Okay. So a little over 90 minutes, but action fucking packed. I liked it. Kronos,
wow. Pokemon, the first movie, that made a bunch of money.
Which one?
Jesus Christ, that was back in '99?
I never even saw that
Jesus
movie.
Christ, that made $85 million.
Pokemon goes hard,
God
man.
dang.
I think that was just in the U.S.
Probably.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks
So
like
that's
it.
the number one, the Pokemon one from '99.
Yeah, by fucking far.
Wow.
Opening weekend, it made $31 million.
God
Back in
dang.
'99.
By comparison, this made $9 million opening weekend.
But also, I mean, this was barely even in any theaters, too. It was only in, like, a little over 1,000 theaters, 1,200 theaters.
That's nothing.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. Like, so I'm looking at Spirited Away, did $12 million. There's only 26 fucking theaters.
God
Damn.
26 theaters.
Yeah.
That means they were selling out each showing.
Yeah.
That made mad.
Probably
money.
like only New York, San Francisco, LA, Chicago,
Big cities,
major
yeah.
cities. I hope to see more of this, though. I want more anime in U.S. theaters. Obviously, the fans will go crazy for it. And I also eventually wanted to get an advertising budget. You know what I mean? So more people can fucking hear about it rather than only word of mouth.
See, the only way I saw this was advertised on the IMDb app. There was like a trailer on there. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, it's
And then,
Crunchyroll, you know?
Yeah.
It's-
yeah, Sony money, maybe. No, Crunchyroll's separate, yeah?
yeah, I
Yeah,
believe so.
so-
Yeah, they are.
That was the only way I saw about this. So, I mean,
You haven't seen it yet, though.
No.
I got it if you got a thumb drive.
Uh,
Somehow.
Yeah.
I got it.
I gotta make sure my research purposes only folders not on there.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Gotta have your information in two places.
What do you give this movie? Because obviously Blue gave it a 2 out of 5. But.
Yeah, it was fucking garbage. I'm going to give it...
I thought you said a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, we're just fucking with them.
Oh.
Actually, I'm going to give it what Blue gave it. I give it a 9 out of 10. Because even though like the beginning of the movie was slow and not action-packed, it gave you a lot of answers to Dragon Ball lore. And I think not enough anime does that in general. Like,
Good shit.
you know, they're just like, this is the way it is. Fuck a backstory.
Yeah.
And they do give a backstory. It fucking sucks. And they basically took shit that wasn't canon, that was good stuff, and they made it canon. I thought that was like 2 huge accomplishments for anime in general. So that's why. And plus, that later half of the movie had amazing action scenes. So
There we
that's
go.
why I give it a 9 out of 10.
That's strong. I think I'm going to go slightly lower. I'm going to give it maybe like a 8.6. Some of the same goddamn reasons. I just wanted it to be a little bit longer, and I could have used a slightly better soundtrack. I don't remember anything from a music standpoint that really got me moving.
Well, just they were like, Gogeta!
Yeah. But great fucking action, great fight. Once I finally finish, I guess, Shippuden, and then I'll go on to Boruto, and then I'll be able to evaluate that other fight.
even some of the Naruto fight scenes, like when you see Madara for the first time hit the fucking scene, and like
That's in Shippuden.
that's a Shippuden when he wrecked shop against an entire fucking army.
Mm.
That was probably a better fight scene than that. And there's a whole bunch of fight scenes in the fourth grade Ninja War that are better. Naruto versus Pain is better.
Mm.
If you go back and watch Bleach, there's some good ones too. With what's the fucking main character's name? It's like the main character's name, like this guy with the fucking
Ichigo?
with horn. Yeah, Ichigo, and this cow with some horns. I forget his fucking name, but he's like this crazy powerful hollow. He's like the number 3 guy, I think. Number 2 or number 3.
I'm still super early on Bleach. So
Yeah,
I don't know
that was an insane fight scene too. 'Cause
Cool.
But in this one though, I thought it was cool how they broke reality. Did you notice that?
Yes, exactly.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, y'all went plaid.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It felt like everybody's seen Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse or whatever with the collider.
Yeah.
It almost felt like there was a collider in terms
yeah.
of the punching on this. They punched
Yeah.
so goddamn hard it caused a break in the space-time continuum.
Yeah, that shit was it was really cool. Gotta say, really cool.
Good fucking shit. Hopefully, old Ninja will see it at some point.
Can we talk about something that's
Something you could talk about.
something? Yeah, but
Go
this is something that happened. It's kind of tragic and fucked up.
Oh, I think
happened
I know what you're gonna say.
Yesterday. So, I don't. I'm gonna butcher his name because it's kind of weird phonetically, I guess. So, Empire star Jussie Smollett. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't watch Empire. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people love the show. But apparently he was a victim of a hate crime early Tuesday morning around 2 a.m. Apparently 2 men in black attacked him, yelling homophobic and racial slurs at him. They poured some kind of chemical on him, which is rumored to be bleach. Apparently that got leaked to the press. Don't know if it's confirmed because the police don't want to put that out there exactly yet. They put a noose around his neck.
God damn.
And apparently he after the attack, the men fled on foot. He managed to walk himself to a hospital, check himself in, get checked out. Apparently, he had cuts on his hands or whatnot because they beat him around the face or whatnot.
I was going to say that was important. Did he get beat up? Because
yeah, they beat him up and put the noose around his neck. Apparently, according to one of his interviews, he said one of the attackers, according to Smollett, said that this is MAGA country. So the Chicago police is treating this as a hate crime. They're asking for the public's help.
That means the FBI is involved.
They apparently released today a picture on Twitter about two men. It is super sketchy because they're wearing like black hoodies. Their faces are obscure. It's hard to see. But if anyone apparently knew around that time, I mean, it's really late in the morning. He's grabbing a bite to eat at 2 a.m. downtown Chicago. Actually, they list the actual area here. I have it on here somewhere, but yeah, this is some fucked up shit.
All the way around sounds fucked up.
I mean, empires.
He's released from the hospital and back home supposedly now?
Supposedly, I don't know if he got. Apparently, he is reported as in good condition.
Okay.
I don't know if he was released for sure, but apparently he's in town to film. The reason why they halted filming before when he was there is because the storm that's out there in the Midwest.
Yeah.
They were supposed to resume filming Thursday. It is unclear if they're going to resume after this incident. There's been no word so far from Fox. But we shall see.
You're going to need some time.
I don't know if Fox is going to say anything. I mean, they're just going to say condolences or whatever, you know. I mean, there's not much they can really do.
Well, I mean, like, they could say whether they're going to film.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, resume production or not because of him, if they want to give him more time.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Those guys are pieces of shit. It's so weird that, you know, you can claim quote-unquote MAGA country in Chicago. Chicago's a really weird fucking city. Because it's basically a tale of like 2 or 3 fucking cities. Because you go in one part of town, you say MAGA, you might get fucking shot.
Truth.
Actually, you probably will get fucking shot.
South side and west side.
Yeah, and it's like, and the other parts are obviously vastly different. You know, I have friends that live in Chicago, and they're in relatively safe places, really safe places. You know, nice parts of town and stuff, and other parts, it's all fucked up. I think it's really unfortunate what happened to him. One of the things that's kind of a shame about, you know, our current president is that it gave license to some of these cowardly ass people. I can't even just say men because it's a bunch of fucking women too that are just total pieces of shit that are out there that think that gives them license to do like some really abhorrent shit. I mean, it's bad, but at the same time, at least we know, you know, how bad our country can be, you know, and that these people still exist. Because I think a lot of people thought that a lot of this stuff was kind of over and done with. To me, I thought it wasn't as bad, but it's obviously in some places of the country, it's still pretty fucking bad, and it still needs to be addressed. And I think that having this amount of visibility on it now is going to be better for us as a country going forward to know that it's still around. Now we can take, you know, steps and measures to find a solution to really, I guess, fix the problem of, you know, what is wrong with these kinds of people. Like, why do you think that you have some superiority over others? Especially because, I mean, I'm pretty sure the people that attacked him, they ain't living a good life. You know, it's like, what is wrong with you in your life that you need to attack somebody just because of the color of their skin and, you know, their sexual orientation? Like, that they ain't got shit to do with you.
Yeah, which is weird to me because if these two men must have known who he was, so they must have been either watching Empire or close to something, because I didn't know that he was homosexual, and I don't watch Empire, so I wouldn't have recognized him if I saw him on the street. These two men targeted him. They knew who he was, knew about his sexual orientation. I mean, I guess if you watch the show, I guess he came out on Ellen, but to him, he announced to the public that he was gay, but I guess everyone close to him already knew. So if you were these two guys, you knew that information somehow.
But you know what's almost ironic in a twisted way? Like, Chicago has an entire like gay neighborhood. Like, it's a very big and diverse city. It's not a small town.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
City.
Like,
it's a city with a lot of history.
Yeah, it's not like there are. If you're living in Chicago, you've never seen a gay person or someone you presume to be gay
Or black.
and even gay
black
and
person.
black walking down the street. Like, come on,
Like that's an
now.
alien or something. Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
like
I gotta kill it.
Yeah,
like,
what in
what
the
the fuck?
fuck?
Yeah.
In Chicago? Come
Especially
on.
like in 2019, it's like, come on, man.
I'm positive they have. I don't know when, but I'm sure they have their own gay pride parade at some time of the year. You know what I mean? You know, just like New York and San Francisco and LA and plenty of other places. This was just some fucked up ass shit. Hate crime, yes, but yeah, they targeted the fuck out of him. It's disgusting and disturbing. I hope they fucking catch these folks.
Hope they find him too.
You know, because they need to pay a high price, and it doesn't sound like he did jack shit.
He was going to
to
get.
provoke or do anything, just minding his own fucking business.
So there's cameras all around that little area apparently. So the police are combing through the video to try to identify the guys. Apparently, so far no luck, but hopefully they'll catch a break.
All bad.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the way there's people of a certain type that annoy me, but not to the point to where I want to fuck you up. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're fucking with me, then I'm gonna fuck you up. But if you're just doing whatever you want to do, I mean, I don't really give a shit unless you're like interacting with me or like, you know, doing something again. Like, I don't do your own fucking thing. I don't really give a shit. You know, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. And it wasn't like he got kidnapped for ransom or money. This was just a crime to punish him.
Yeah.
It sounds like, according to the report, for being gay and being black. That's it.
Now they'll be punished.
Yeah.
And if they go to jail, they might be punished for not being gay.
Yeah.
And then they might be gay.
Where's
They
the
might
wait,
meet up with fucking.
Where did what's his name get? What's his name? Fleece Johnson.
Actually, I think he got released.
Yeah,
But maybe I'll go back in jail just for those two.
Was he locked up in Chi-Town or no?
I don't
I
know.
thought it was Kentucky or something.
I'm joking. I do not condone
Male
rape. Yeah, rape of any kind.
Okay.
But if somebody deserved it,
He's all, yeah, if somebody deserved it, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesus.
it's
Yeah.
all bad.
nobody deserves to be raped.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but
Again, hopefully they catch these motherfuckers quickly, but like, I think they're that huge fucking. What is it? They
Storm.
said that storm where the weather is colder than Antarctica and shit.
dude, doesn't the storm have a fucking name? Don't they call this? They call
It's
it
a polar
something.
vortex.
Yeah, there you go.
But they said temperatures are incredibly low.
Oh,
below
yeah,
zero.
yeah, for sure.
Minus 11 or more or some bullshit.
Well, I mean, it's funny how sometimes the media latches on to fucking stupid shit. And like, I saw a story on Forbes. They were like something's wrong on Earth because it's like freezing in Chicago right now, but they're having a heat wave in Australia. I'm like, you stupid fuck. It's because it's summertime in Australia right now and it's wintertime in Chicago. Like that never changes. Like, or it hasn't changed in like as long as we've been around. You know what I mean?
Chicago and that area, the entire Midwest, has been cold in every January.
So fucking dumb.
No demand.
Yeah.
But now this is.
It might be colder.
Yeah, this is a historic cold front.
Yeah.
I will go there, but you can't tell me there isn't snow in Chicago in January.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on
so
now.
dumb. It's
Come on now.
like telling me, the desert doesn't never get hot.
Yeah.
The fuck you
To
talking
me, I'm
about?
just like, isn't that normal Midwestern winter? Like, where fucking they shut down schools and airports and shit. I'm all, to me,
cold as
it's
hell.
like the best thing I've seen about this. Oh, I love looking at snow on Facebook from California.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yes, California does have snow, but you have to drive to it
For the most
unless
part.
you live around that area, which is usually the Reno Tahoe area.
well, you have to be over, a certain elevation usually
True.
in California, right?
Yeah.
That's what most people kind of forget. They're like, oh, in California it never snows. Yes, it fucking does. It just snows in certain parts. you know?
Yes, and it's and like where we are in the valley, it's very, 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 very rare that it snows.
Pretty much all of coastal California rarely gets any type of snow except a tiny frosting on the peaks and hills.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
So I guess the news, KTVU News, which is local to the Bay Area, they said it snowed in the South Bay back in the 60s. That was the last time it snowed. It was like 62 or something. And it snowed in Sunnyvale. I was like,
Right.
okay.
I remember it hailed a few times.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
Shit, it hailed last year. It hailed hella hard last year. I'm sure someone got some dents on their ride. But it ain't like out there where it hails and you could die.
Well, then, of course, our president had to weigh in and say that we could use some global warming now.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
you don't understand how
God.
global warming works?
Yeah.
You fucking dumb. Because literally, it's heat. It's record-breaking heat in Australia. So it's like it's both. You just understand how shit works.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
thought when I saw that, I thought that tweet was fake, but I guess
It was
not.
real, and he misspelled warming. So
Here we go.
So.
Here we go. All right. Why don't we switch it up and get into a little bit of this gaming news?
Get into some Weibo shit.
Yeah, you want to start with Weibo? Yeah,
Start
I
with
mean,
the
that is
Weibo
one of the
shit.
biggest games in the fucking world.
Hold the fuck on before you go into your Weibo shit.
Old Ninja's like, I don't want to hear that Weibo shit.
Yeah, your ass
Tell you what, talk about some
transported
more
to
serious
some fucking RPG Disney shit, but the Allies trying to take the hill on Battlefront. Your ass ain't up in that.
I have info on why later on, but yeah, Weibo big shit, man. Weibo
Fine.
big shit.
Talk your big shit, Weibo shit.
Okay, so confession time with Prodigy. This is my very first time ever trying any of this Kingdom Hearts shit.
Where is the body pillow?
Usually I don't fuck with the hardcore JRPG extra Weibo type of stuff, but I made an exception. This one, the hype got to me, and I picked up Kingdom Hearts 3. Have not played the other ones, and I know people are gonna cringe and start throwing shit down on the fucking ground in anger and stomping and shit because they're gonna say, well, you're not gonna get the story and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, let me pause you real. Can you guys hear me okay?
Not anymore. You were fine until you were doing whatever you're doing.
Did you change something?
I did, but
Oh, yeah, nope. Now you have my far away problem.
Do you need to unplug?
no matter how close I get to them, I did unplug.
And you had a different one that you had from last week, right?
I need the Jeopardy theme right here.
You want me
We're
to give
having
you
technical
stitches?
difficulties
Okay.
for those of you
Well-
who are not live with us.
Is this any?
Yeah,
Ah!
way better. Way better.
Ah!
way
No,
better.
that's not better.
No, it's a little better.
It's staticky.
Oh,
There we go. That's
static's
better.
gone. That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. So I saw that you got Kingdom Hearts 3, and I've been thinking about getting it too, but I actually went and saw if there was any collections. And there's like a huge collection out for the game. For like $50, you can get basically all the fucking games.
$50. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like 6 games.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah, so I downloaded them, and I'm gonna play them I'm gonna play basically 1.5, 2.8, and then I'll play 3.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This is the dumbest fucking series ever. Let me just from a naming convention, like they're
Yep.
so fucking stupid. All y'all want to jump on that bandwagon, I guess. Like and there's a bunch of other ones too.
Yeah. There's
yeah.
in between ones.
Yeah,
Prequels and all this other
there's
shit.
2.5 HD, the 2.5. There's some other shit.
Remixes and
Yeah.
fucking down mixes. And
Yeah,
fucking
pretty
weird
much.
mixes.
Mini games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got mobile
shit.
games. Yeah, apparently the mobile games is like that's actually part of the story.
God damn it.
So I'm just gonna play 1.5 and then 2.8, and then I'll play 3, and hopefully 3 will be on sale by then. So.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna be fucking confused, and I'll probably do the absolute reverse of Chronos. And if I like 3, I'll go back and learn a little bit more about the story, or maybe I'll just watch a fucking YouTube video and call it a day.
You can do that. That's like an adult.
I don't know if I have
reasonable.
the fucking time. But the reason why I jumped in is because, my daughter's a huge Disney fan and whatnot. And so when she saw in the trailer, the Frozen shit and Toy Story and all that other stuff, she was like, Dad, get that fucking game. I want to fucking watch you play it. And now she won't leave me alone because she wants Minnie to be in every scene. And that is not the fucking case unless there is some fucking cheat code for that shit. But I'm fucking early on. The one thing I will say, I hope to unlock all the fucking worlds and learn about it. I think it's like a 30-hour campaign, give or take. From what I've been told, there is no Coco world, which I'm kind of upset about, and no Moana world. So some of my recent favorites.
Yeah, well, they had to leave some stuff out, and because you have to have some of your core stuff. You have to also remember how long this game is taking to make.
Like 20 fucking years almost.
Yeah, basically. That's why I was like, the game ain't never fucking coming out. So basically, it was being developed when those movies came out.
Yeah.
So they couldn't really.
It's a PS2 era,
yeah.
franchise, really, that we're playing
That's
in
why I
2019.
kept calling it vaporware, because I was just like, that shit ain't coming out ever, because it was announced like fucking 85 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe in DLC they can add those. Those are 2 relatively recent big Disney movies, and I'd like to see what they do with that. But this is gonna take a fucking while to get through, and it's weird. There's keys as fucking swords, and Donald and Goofy are talking to me. They got anime characters, I guess, looking like Final Fantasy characters. And I've never played a Final Fantasy either.
Well, this is developed by Square Enix.
You never played
is it
Final
not?
Fantasy before?
I've never played any of them.
Yeah, neither have I. I played a little bit
We're losing
of
subscribers,
3.
by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
They're like, what kind of
Yeah,
nerds
yeah,
are these?
Yeah, I played
a bunch
3.
of them.
Yeah, I just can't with Final Fantasy. I just can't.
Well, which one would you be played?
I played a little bit of 7, the one with the funky black dude, that super racist game.
Is it the right
Right.
7? Because Kronos is gonna ask.
Oh
Right?
no!
Right,
Whenever
you
it was
can
on
ask
the
about it being the right
PS1,
seven.
I guess when did you play 7?
when it came out.
Oh, okay. You didn't like when it came out?
Yeah, I didn't like 3 or 7, and I was just like,
You didn't
this
like
is-
3?
No, I didn't. I played only the beginning of 3 because it wasn't mine. I'm like, I wasn't
Jesus Christ,
interested.
That was the best fucking one.
I wasn't interested. It just RPGs wasn't my thing until like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, you should probably try them now. I think if you played like, what was it, 12? That's more of a modern one, right?
Was that
I
the
think
one? What was the one that you were playing?
That was 15.
Oh shit!
With the Backstreet Boys in the car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
BTS versus the world.
I mean, that one was good, but that's kind of like a departure from like a normal Final Fantasy experience as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
So, but then again, so was I think 12 is what I'm thinking of. I think 12 was one that it was the first one that had like auto like attacks. Really, you could like, but you could like set shit up, and it worked out pretty well though.
Oh yeah. Because I'm not a big fan of what the fucking the attacks where you have to like
Turn-based?
Turn-based attacks. There you go. Thank you.
Well, so those are options on most Final Fantasy games to have it either active or turn-based. It's up to you. So if you're not good, you turn the active part off because then you have time to do stuff. But if you're good, you leave the active stuff on.
So when I was playing Knights of the Old Republic, I had huge issues with that because I couldn't control my saber. I have to like pick my attacks and wait for them to do the animation. It was super annoying.
You can't control your saber. Is that why you are a registered sex offender right now?
Damn.
No, that was from me listening to Prodigy's advice, which I will never doing it.
Never do that, man. Come on now.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah. I can't give a fucking review at all for Kingdom Hearts. It's too fucking soon. I've only played it for like an hour or so. But initially,
shit, you barely played.
Yeah, I'm at the very fucking beginning because my daughter wants me to play it in fucking front of her, so this is gonna take a while. But early impressions, it's some serious Weibo shit.
Yeah.
None of this makes any goddamn sense. It's super convoluted. I hear from the people who played the earlier games, it's still convoluted.
Oh my god! So I went to go watch IGN video on the order to play Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And it was this girl and this guy. And the guy was the most weebo. I was just like, dude, are you fucking for real? And I watched this entire video, it's like 4 minutes long, and I still didn't understand the order to fucking play it in.
Nope.
I was just like, why isn't this like IGN, y'all failed fucking viewers on that shit. Like, I still don't understand like the order. You should have had bullet points.
Yeah.
In that motherfucker.
It's a list, goddammit.
It was just like the weeb talking to the girl, and
Fangirling.
Yeah. It was just, and this is the thing. All right, so we're doing a podcast, so we're not talking to the camera as much, right? Because usually this is mainly consumed through audio form. All right. Thank you all for viewing this though. But when you have a person with just two of you, and you're talking about something, normally you look at the fucking camera.
Yeah.
But they kept looking at each other, and I'm just like, have you not been on camera before? Because if you look at each other, it makes it seem like you're having a conversation with just you two, and not a conversation with the person that is viewing.
Your audience.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
audience.
Are you nervous about the camera, or like, what the fuck's going on here, man? Maybe they should have found somebody else to fucking do this shit.
Only Uber Weebos like Kingdom Hearts. That's the problem. You can't find a normal human being to discuss it.
So as you guys are talking about these two things, I'm watching one IGN talking about here's everything you need to know about Kingdom Hearts 3 before you start.
Is it a curly haired dude?
No, it's a video of the actual gameplay with like crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like Ratatouille shit on your head.
Yeah.
These weird ass fucking this like Mario Party style mini games.
Yep.
Like Tangled, like Mandy. I know Mandy Moore's in the game.
Yeah.
She's the voice of Tangled. She's like, you're swinging with her hair and shit. There's just like Goofy and Donald dancing and shit.
Well, I like it because they use some of the elements from Final Fantasy of like the summons and stuff, and that looked pretty cool. Because they actually use like rides from Disney, like from the parks and shit, as like some of their summons. That's pretty neat.
What the fuck? I heard Donald has a gat.
I don't know if that was just a meme or a gif or what.
I'm pretty sure Don got a gat. He's about to strap up on somebody.
He does have anger issues. We've established that with Don.
Click,
we do
clack.
We do know that. We'll fucking see, man. I gotta get used to all these weird controls and shit, man. But it does look good, and there's like a music video to fucking start it off with Skrillex. You know, I mean, it's super. It feels 2000 or mid 2000ish. You know, if that's a thing. You know, but
well, that's when they started it.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I fell into the fucking hype, and I'm gonna give a uninformed non-Weibo review as we keep fucking going.
That's all good. It's gonna take me a long time to actually work up to that game because I got other games to play.
There you go.
Speaking of gaming, I played the VIP demo of Anthem. Thank you very much, Hobby.
Nice.
From PlayStation Trophy Hunters.
Yeah, he hooked me up with a VIP invitation. Unfortunately, the demo was hampered with fucking issues.
Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna give my problems with it first, and I'll give what's good about it.
Go ahead.
Huge problems with this fucking game. When I first started to try and play it, I think it was on like Friday when my daughter was, I think she was sick on that day. Yeah, I started trying to play it, and I couldn't log in. Like first, you couldn't even get to like the actual. You can get to the screen,
Yeah.
but you couldn't like press X. It just wouldn't connect to any servers. So all the EA servers crashed on Friday.
I'm sorry. Can you back up one quick second to make sure I'm on the same page?
Mm-hmm.
Does Anthem have a single player campaign as well as multiplayer?
It's sort of mixed.
Oh.
It's like Destiny.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
do it
it's
by
like-
yourself, or people can
Yeah.
jump in with you.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So you have to sign in to a server to play the game.
Sure.
And so I'm trying to play the game, and I couldn't because first problem was I couldn't actually reach a server for hours. All right.
Welcome to VIP.
Then after that, I finally got to get to a screen where it says that, welcome, whatever, set up my character, sort of. Well, you don't set up a character because you start off as, everybody starts off in the demo as the same ranger class, which is like it's kind of like a middle of the road class.
Okay.
All right. So
Not the heavy, not the light.
Yeah, super easy. There's like 4 different classes. So did that, I did that, kind of set it up, and I can get into like the hub world type deal, but then I couldn't actually start a mission.
Oh shit.
And then that's where that was a trap I fell into for like forever. Cuz like I would go to the hub world and I'd try to start a mission and I'd get stuck on the load screen. It'd get like maybe 95% done like loading, and it just gets stuck there forever. So out of 30 tries of me trying to play this game, I got 4 sessions in.
Whoa.
4 fucking sessions in on this fucking game. All right. The 4 sessions that I played though were fucking great. All right. So
You played with others?
yeah, random
Okay.
people. You could do it on your own though.
Okay.
But I mean, you end up just kind of naturally teaming up with people
Okay.
because you just end up doing like the same shit. One sec. So, yeah, when I started playing as a ranger, it was pretty neat. You can fly around and shit. But what I didn't understand was that you could fly, but I couldn't seem to fly for that long, and I didn't understand why.
Fuel?
No, it's because your thing overheats.
Oh.
And so a lot of stuff they probably should fix this. God damn it, I forgot to tell them this because I got a survey back and I filled it out. But they didn't really explain in the game how flying worked and why you overheated and what you need to do to cool down.
Huh,
They didn't
that seems
explain that
important.
very well. Yeah, I think it's hidden somewhere in like tutorial like screens, and
Okay.
You need to show it in game.
Yeah.
Don't do it in a fucking some tutorial fucking thing I got to find in a menu.
Yeah.
All right, so flying is fun because it seems like you're flying like a fucking superhero, but like you overheat quick if you do certain moves. But apparently, if you fly in water,
Mm-hmm.
you cool down, or if you go like do a dive bomb, you'll cool down.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. Having like when I first started, I just had like basically one main weapon. It was like a machine gun, and then I had like this grenade I could throw that was pretty cool. That blew up, and then like this crazy like heat-seeking missile thing I could shoot from my wrist.
I was just gonna ask. So when it comes to your weapons, it sounds like some are on a part of your suit, and then there are some that just like Destiny you hold like a regular gun.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I had like a super move where like basically like this rocket barrage. Like you hit your super move button, and then it'll lock on to like you go to like a certain visor view, and then it'll like lock on to a bunch of different targets, and you just let it go, and just rockets fly out of your back and just
Some
fuck 'em
fucking
up.
some
some
fucking
Iron Man
Robotech shit. Iron Man
Yeah.
Robotech. Yeah, it's hella funny. People were talking shit. They're all, this Iron Man game looks dope.
So it is. So it's pretty dope. Like when you're in the hub world, what's really cool is you have to walk up to your suit and get into it
Okay.
to start a mission.
Yeah.
And so when you walk up to your suit, like you see, it's facing you, and you walk up to it, and then it swivels around, and the back opens up, and you get into the back of it, and like you see them how they get into it. And it's really cool. And like every time you start a mission, like it shows you like further getting into the suit and like everything locking into place, and then it turns around and you see your generic face, and then your faceplate comes over it. So it seems really cool.
Are you a space marine, give or take.
So this is another semi-gripe, which I didn't realize until IGN talked about it, and then I kind of had the same gripe, because they just call you the freelancer.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're going to change that, but you seem like a really, like,
I mean, how do you get this advanced, incredible tech?
They don't really explain that in the demo anyway.
Okay, all
so
right.
it's fine. It's a demo,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's fine. But the fact that your main character doesn't have a real name is not very BioWare-like to me.
No.
It's just calling you the freelancer is kind of fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of Shepherd-ish, because like no one refers to you as the Spectre in Mass Effect. Everyone calls you Shepard.
Yeah, but
or Commander.
But you know the guy's name is not freelancer.
Yeah, of course. Because apparently you're
an actual freelancer.
Yeah, you're a band of mercenaries for hire.
Sort of, yeah. And yeah, it's just that's like a small complaint that might be changed. And also in the demo, that was kind of weird. I don't understand why I did this, but you're in this hub world and you can walk around and interact with stuff. But when you try to interact with stuff, it would tell you, "Oh, this is part of the main game, not the tutorial." I'm like, "Motherfucker, why are not in the demo?" I'm like, "Why the fuck is it even in here then?
Dude.
Why is there an X for me to press?"
There's so many demos that do that shit though. That's not the only game that does that shit. It's fucking annoying.
Just take it out. Just take the option of pressing X out of there.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. But there's a few games that do that shit. It's fucking annoying.
This shit is a couple weeks from launch, though.
No, it's a month away.
Yeah, it's in February.
Whole month. End of February. February 20th.
End of I thought it was
February
mid-February.
27th.
No, it's February 22nd or 25th. No.
I think it's 22nd.
Yeah, something like that.
But I mean, they have time to fix it. And like I said, I'll give like a further review with the there's a public demo starting on Friday.
Yes, which I will probably do because a lot of people were like, I understand the gripes because that's fucked up. Everything melted. They weren't ready, or someone. There's rumors that there was sabotage, which I highly fucking doubt. I think they just weren't ready.
Sabotage by who?
Who fucking knows? I don't fucking know.
What the fuck kind of conspiracy bullshit?
I have no idea. It's fucking. The Russians are probably the most popular ones. Anyway,
Whatever.
they probably just weren't ready. They probably didn't get prepared for the amount of demand that was out there for people to check out this game. This is the first big game since Andromeda, and people were, and like, well, this is the thing. People, especially like gamers that are professional gamers that are huge fans, they want to know why Mass Effect died for this game to live. And they want to know how this stacks up. So there's people that were anxious to see.
It's potentially better than Mass Effect.
I'm hoping so. I really hope so. If they pulled their resources and everyone from multiple departments to work on this fucking game, I want to see what the fruits of their labor are. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that BioWare works on ambitious stuff. This is their first new IP in a very long time. So we want to see that it's good. We know that BioWare is a good studio. They've proven it to us. Well, let's see if they're able to keep this going. If not, they're going to have a huge fucking problem on their hands.
All right, on the demo, though. So what another thing that was pretty cool. So you have, like, there's missions you can go on, and that was cool, but I'm not going to go into actual missions yet until, like, later.
You didn't sign any NDA shit.
No, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody that didn't get a chance to play it. After, the demo, the public demo, then there's really no excuse. So, but what was really cool is that I finally got to get customization. I didn't know you can customize shit.
Oh, really?
Before I played. Yeah, I figured it was like... So in Destiny, you have some customizations, but it's actually not that much.
No.
When you think about it.
They've worked on it recently, so there's more now, but not when it released.
Right. Even what they have now, it's nowhere near where the customization's at for this game in the demo. Because your suit, that you can customize the shit out of your suit.
Nice.
Like all your fucking colors, everything.
Yeah, because that was one of I think the big selling points when I saw E3's demo last year, that you could add more rockets, you can add more weapons, you could add all kinds of shit to your suit. I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, because so when I first started, I was like, can you only have like one primary weapon? Because when you start, you only have one weapon. And I was like, what the fuck? But no, you can have two. So you can have two weapons. Wield. Well, I don't know if you could dual wield. Actually, I think you can.
Okay.
But I was fucking around a little bit. I only had 4 sessions, so there's only so much I can fuck with. But I ended up getting 2 different, kinds of weapons. There's a whole lot of weapons. I can already tell just in the demo, a shitload of weapons. You could change up all your special attacks. There's a bunch of variations in that too. You can buy cosmetic stuff.
Okay.
Even in the demo, you could buy cosmetic stuff. That was pretty neat. And there was a couple other things too. Oh, even like your supers, you can like highly customize your supers to like the way you like to play, and you can save your loadouts.
Good.
To the way you like it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And save them by loadout and by javelin suits.
Okay.
Because what pissed me off is I always want to play as like the Void guy.
Yeah.
And then when I finally got the Void guy, I was gonna play it again on Sunday. And Sunday's when I got the fucking plague, so I couldn't do fucking shit. I could not. I could not play a video game.
Yeah.
So I was that fucking sick. But yeah. If it wasn't for the problems, I'd have been very impressed by the game. I was still impressed by the gameplay.
That's what I was just gonna ask you about.
The gameplay was super fucking solid.
Does the shooting compare to the shooting in Destiny?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Okay.
Easily.
Okay.
Easily
I mean, because
compared to Destiny.
I think the shooting itself in Destiny is pretty good.
Yeah, but in this one, I think you're more. I think it's better. It's a little bit deeper because you're just like in Mass Effect games or BioWare games in general. Yes, using your shooting type stuff is good, but using your actual powers is better.
Oh, like biotic kind of shit?
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's what I really liked about that because I had to kind of throw away. I had to go back to like Mass Effect mode. Like, don't just shoot shit. Like, use your actual powers because they regenerate. And they regenerate at a pretty, decent pace.
Gotcha.
And depending on what loadout you have, they can regenerate faster or slower. So
I would assume, you tell me if I'm wrong, because you've played the VIP demo, using your powers and weapons in conjunction with your squad gets even more.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You can use combinations. And it even tells you it's a combo.
Good.
So, yeah, that I really liked, and I think that could be potentially really good. Like, as long as they get rid of these connection issues, this game is probably going to be in the high 9s for most people. If they don't get rid of this connection issues, it's going to probably be like 7 or 8.
So let me ask you the big $1 million fucking pink elephant in the room masturbating question. Now that you've played at least the demo, given that there are some issues, do you feel confident that BioWare at launch is going to be ready to produce a quality product?
I'm going to wait until the public demo. I can't answer you that question because I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway.
Okay.
Because something fucked up during that launch.
Sure.
Because they had a bunch of service crash and all that shit, and it wasn't that many people.
Well, let me ask you another way. Have you yourself pre-ordered? And would you?
No, I'm waiting for the public demo.
Okay.
If I get the public demo and I could play, if I get the public demo and the first time I try to play, I'm pre-ordering it.
Okay.
Oh,
That helps.
Yeah.
Because see, what I'm trying to do is make sure that your insight can be used by some of the listeners to decide. Because I think a lot of people are on the fence. Should I pre-order? Should I wait? You know, wait till they get all the bugs out. Is it close? What's going to happen in 3 weeks?
Yeah, and I heard the actual story was pretty amazing because it actually is. The story that I played was pretty fucking cool.
Okay.
Like, there was some shit about fucking around with, like, splitting people and shit. Like, I was just like, whoa, this is different. So, you'll see. There's definitely some BioWare storytelling elements in there.
Are you more confident? I know that we haven't played the demo for it, but it's going to be in direct competition with this one. Are you more confident about Anthem than you are Division 2?
Yeah, that's easily.
Okay.
Interesting.
I see Division 2 as basically. I mean, it's not a new IP.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it.
I feel like it's going to be a better division.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, is it really just going to be new and different, or just more of the same, just different locale with tweaked gameplay, which they've already talked about?
And that's okay. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, like a better Dark Zone.
Yeah.
Where you actually play with people around your level, which is way better than what the fuck was happening before. I haven't played today.
I didn't stick around with the Division like years after launch. Supposedly from the hardcores, it got better and better for them, and they tweaked and improved it just for the benefit of the audience or whatever. A lot of us played it at launch.
Well, see, this is the problem with older adult gamers, which we are at this point. If you have a game and you kind of fucked up at launch, we're probably not going to go back and play it. That's just the way it's going to be. Like, we have backlogs, we have lives. There's shit that other than games, that we have to do. And so if you fuck something up, that's probably going to be it. It's a wrap.
I guess
you can't tell me it got better.
3 years later, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess to sum it up, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like when No Man's Sky legit got probably 100% better.
That's good.
Like from when I last played it, and I played it again, but I still have that bad taste in my mouth about the first time I played. I'm not so easy to forgive like a kid would be.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing you have to remember, a lot of kids get a game for Christmas or a game for their birthday, and then they don't get a whole lot of other games. Right? You know what I mean? So if you fuck up and get a Fallout 76 or an Andromeda or something that's kind of a stinker, that leaves a real bad taste in your mouth because you might not get anything else for the whole rest of the year or maybe till your birthday or something. Who knows? Yeah,
that's the problem. Well, it's not a problem, but it's one of the conveniences about being an adult is that we have fucking money now. You know what I mean? So I don't have to wait for... I don't have to play the same game for like a year.
Yeah.
You know, I could play... Usually in a year, I'd probably play at least 50 fucking games easily. You know, probably 50 games.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think that might be a little conservative.
Yeah,
for you.
Is. Yeah. I mean, and this is me at a point. I mean, I used to play games a whole lot more. I have a toddler, so I'm playing games less. But when I was single, man, I put in plenty of fucking hours.
Yeah. Nobody to tell you, hey, you got to take out the trash.
Yeah, take out the trash, laundry, cook dinner, do this, put the toilet seat down.
Old Ninja, I know you have dipped your toe into some Capcom Resident Evil 2 remake. Am I correct on that?
That's right.
Or am I talking out of my ass?
Nope, I picked that shit up. Fucking played. So, I mean, everyone kept asking me, why aren't you playing Kingdom Hearts 3? Why are you picking up?
Because I'm not a weebo.
I'm all, dude, I don't give a fuck about Kingdom Hearts. I like me some Resident Evil and all of its flaws and all of its, whatever. But I like me Resident Evil, and I picked it up. I beat Claire's campaign. So Claire Redfield, I put in 11 hours to beat her campaign.
Okay.
Which is, I guess, kind of fucked up because I didn't get a very good score. I got an average score.
I forgot about the scores.
Yeah. So at the end you get scored. So you get the S plus, and then lower S plus S, then A, B, C, and whatever. So there's been a lot of improvements from from the original game, because the original game was like a third-person fixed camera perspective.
Yeah, on rails and shit.
Yeah, it had like a top-down perspective sometimes, but usually the camera's in corners and shit, where you couldn't really see. This one is revamped to the more Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 over-the-shoulder type stuff. The graphics are greatly improved, obviously. Apparently, because I never really finished the first Resident Evil 2, but from what I gather, the story after where I got to in this game deviates like a bit, not like hugely, but they changed out some things, especially when you're playing as Claire. The story with Sherry is slightly different. Mr. X / Tyrant is different. He literally...
Is that boss, motherfucker?
Yeah, some people call him Mr. X, some people call him Tyrant, some people call him a boss. I mean,
we got our own Mr. X. You're going to have to use another fucking name.
And he can fuck that other guy up, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, this dude, he literally looks like Q from Street Fighter 3. If you ever play Street Fighter 3 and you know who Q is, he looks like basically a tall dude with a hat and trench coat. Doesn't speak, but it's kind of fucked up because... he fucking is just a huge force to be reckoned with. You can hear him stomping around the fucking spot, and he doesn't give a fuck. Because usually, when you're in a safe zone, I guess, this dude doesn't give a fuck. He just walks right in like, hey, what you up to? What you got going on? And then he will punch the fucking shit at you, knocking you the fuck out. And he'll just keep coming to your dead.
Let me ask you the most important question about any Resident Evil game.
It's about inventory, isn't it?
No. Can you move and shoot at the same fucking time?
Yes, you can move.
So you can
aim and shoot.
Move and shoot.
Okay. You can aim and shoot. You are significantly slower while aiming because you can back up and shit. But one of the biggest gripes I have was about inventory. The other one is about when you're running, it doesn't look like you're running. It looks like you're in a brisk jog. There doesn't seem like an urgency when there's a giant like licker or a giant tyrant chasing after you. You're just kind of jotting along. I'm all, dude, this thing needs to go fucking faster or else I'm going to get fucking fisted or some shit.
You like that, though?
No, that's on you. I seen your Twitter feed. The inventory thing, to me, is kind of fucked up because you start with shitty inventory and you can upgrade your inventory as you go, but when you get maxed inventory, the most amount of boxes you can get, it's towards the end of the fucking game. So it's like kind of useless. It's like you're literally about to hit like the last boss. Maybe you have a couple enemies to go, but you're at the end of the fucking game. It's like it's pointless to give me that much inventory and then I'm at the end. Granted, apparently when you go to your next story, because you can play as both Claire and Leon, and their stories are different. So it's like playing two similar games, but same but different, but same. type shit. Yeah, I guess what you do in your first playthrough affects your next playthrough.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is cool, which is interesting. I do like the fucking graphics because it's fucking gross. Like, a lot of the mutations and shit are fucking brutally gross. Like, oh my god. Super grotesque. Killing them can be super grotesque. Like, splitting a zombie's head open or busting it wide open is fucking pretty gross. Pretty great. It's kind of fucked up because, like, shooting them in the face does not stop a zombie. Like,
they can absorb them?
You can fucking shoot them in the face 5-6 times. They'll go down and they'll play possum for a while. You'll think they're dead. You think that they're dead. Music's done. You're able to do whatever mission you are. You walk past them, they fucking come back, grab you, try to bite you and shit. If you have a knife, you can get away, or a grenade, you can get away. But if not, you're getting bit.
These zombies sound like roaches and shit.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I think the one thing that's cool is we all remember the loading door when you're in Resident Evil, when you walk up and you're looking at the door and then it opens up and then it loads to the next room. This time you don't have that. Your character busts through doors, kind of similar to Resident Evil. I mean, not Resident, Red Dead Redemption. And then if you have zombies in a particular room and you waken them and you avoid them, they will bust through the fucking door to come get your ass. I was like, holy shit. I did not expect that. I thought they were going to stay trapped in the room, but then the door kept pounding. The door started giving way, and then they busted through, breaking the door and coming after me. I was like, oh shit. I was prepared for that. I'm low on fucking ammo, so I gotta use my fucking knife and shit. Yeah, it feels weird, because basically shooting zombies in the face doesn't really put them down. You gotta kind of, even with powerful, semi-powerful weapons won't put them down, like basic zombies. It's like fucking weird.
Don't Claire and Leon have different primary weapons?
They have different special weapons, I guess. Maybe different primary. So I know that with Claire, you get the grenade launcher, like I did. And then with Leon, you can get the shotgun.
Yeah, it sounds like different weapons.
So, I mean, but they both start with pistols. I mean, they might be slightly different. Like, you can get an upgraded pistol with a laser sight, but still, there's only one gun that you have to modify 3 times where you can kill zombies in one hit.
But I could be way wrong on this, but I thought that a lot of Resident Evil games have some secret crafting where you have to get the certain right components to do some good crafting for extra items and maybe holster, weapon, something upgrade.
Well, that was my point about the inventory. You have to find these, they call it like, it's like a police belt or something, and it increases your inventory count. You can craft like gunpowder and make ammo out of it. And in Claire's case, if you mix certain gunpowders, you can make acid rounds for your grenade launcher. There are components that you can find that you can add to one particular weapon, which will make it more powerful. Same thing with the grenade launcher. You can find a stock, but it takes up even more fucking room, so it's kind of fucking annoying. But, I mean, the game is creepy. It's fucked up. It's gory. My biggest gripe is the fucking movement. I mean, yes, you can aim and shoot, but I don't feel the sense of urgency when I'm trying to run. I think I'm going to get caught. Inventory is a fucking issue. But other than that, it's still a solid fucking remake. It's still creepy and fucking gross. It's great.
Got great reviews.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm seeing high scores on Metacritic.
It brings it back. I mean, it's a revamped version. I guess apparently Capcom's trying to see if the fans want a remake of Resident Evil 3. So we'll see.
Good fucking shit. All right, you wanted to do a...
Why make new games, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, so everything you just heard on this last portion of the podcast was all gaming stuff. You know what's a great sponsor for gaming is GameFly. So all the games that we just talked about would be probably best served for you to play through GameFly because you might not like them. So if you don't know if you're a weeb or not, you can play, Kingdom Hearts 3 through GameFly. What GameFly does is they're a game and video rental service where they send to you, like, you'll make a list of games that you want to play. Say you want to play Kingdom Hearts 3, Resident Evil 2, and some other game. All right, so make a list of those. They'll send to you the first game on your list, and then when you're done playing it, say you get, Kingdom Hearts 3, and you think, oh, maybe I'm not a weeb. Send it right back. All right, so they'll send you the next game on your list. It's pretty great. There's never a late fee as long as you're obviously playing your monthly subscription service. You can keep the game as long as you want until you complete it or whatever. Say you like the game a lot and you want to keep it, great, you can. You can buy the game from GameFly at a used rate, and then I think they send you the box and all that stuff too. So and then you keep get your next game. So it's really great if you're a gamer on a budget or just an indecisive gamer that doesn't really know what you want to play. That way you get what you want and not waste money on stuff you don't want, like I do. Because I have a bunch of games that I own that suck, that I don't really like.
Fallout 76.
Yeah, Fallout 76. I literally installed the game, still haven't played it. Just saying, that's a great game for GameFly. So give it a try on GameFly, Fallout 76.
And if you're hesitant on Resident Evil 2, the remake, because it is a $60 game, why not try GameFly?
Yeah, GameFly does not cost $60. As a matter of fact, it's going to be free at the end of this little ad that I'm telling you. So some games that are coming up that are going to be great. Obviously, we talked about Anthem. Crackdown 3, which I've heard literally nothing about.
Wow,
it comes out before.
There's a demo soon.
Yeah, but
it comes out Valentine's Day.
No, it doesn't.
When does it come out?
It comes out February 15th, not 14th. Goddamn.
I'm day off. My bad.
Let me finish my goddamn sentence.
Oh, so it comes out Side Chick Day. My bad.
Yeah. Anyway, it's getting way less buzz than anything right now. That's kind of weird. Look at Anthem. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there.
And that's a new IP.
And I liked the previous Crackdowns. So one of the things I was looking forward to coming to the Xbox. I have an Xbox. I haven't played it since I moved because I had no reason to. Other games that are coming out, God Eater 3 if you're into the anime. Dead or Alive 6 is coming out. Jiggly. Yeah, it's a Jiggly game.
I didn't know there's Dead or Alive coming.
Yeah. Wow, there's a RPG Maker MV for the Switch. Oh, Jump Force comes out on the 15th too.
Oh
That's
shit!
another one. Not a whole lot of buzz about. I got some, but
well, the Weebos are all occupied right now.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that's weird. Anyway, they also have movies as well, so you can rent movies from them. They have over 8,000 new and used games from this generation, the previous generation of consoles. It's great. Even if you do not have a console, you can use a smart TV, like an LG smart TV, a Samsung smart TV. You can use a Fire TV. I think you can use a Fire Stick as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can play it on. It's a great service. So if you go to GameFlyOffer.com/BTI, you will get a month free on us. So basically they'll ship you a game for free for a whole entire month on us. Once again, that is GameFlyOffer.com/BTI for a free month of subscription service on us. And now on with the show.
Why don't you get into sticking with gaming just a little bit more when there's some Metroid news, Carlos?
Yes. Nintendo announced something that I wish more developers would do in general, is that I love Metroid. I've been waiting for this to come out since the GameCube, because there hasn't really been a decent Metroid since the GameCube, as far as I know.
Wait, didn't we have? I remember.
We don't talk about that.
No, not. But didn't they have a?
They re-released the ones that were on the GameCube, and they had one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was by Ninja Theory. That was trash.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So we don't talk about that one.
But did we have 3 primes or 2 primes?
Yeah, they had 3 primes, but they're the ones that are originally released on the GameCube.
Gotcha.
And if you want to play it on the Wii, they're great because the motion controls, they work really good on that.
Cool.
But so I've been waiting for Metroid Prime 4 to come out for like the longest time. And they finally announced it a couple years ago. And recently, I think it was like last week, they announced that they are trashing the developer. That they're basically folding up the whole project that the developer was working on, because when they got to see the progress, it wasn't up to Nintendo standards. And so now they're giving it to, I believe, Rare. Is it Rare? Or
no, it's not Rare. It's the original
ones.
It's the original designers of Metroid Prime.
What are they called, though?
They have a name. I know that.
They do have a name, but it's not Rare. I wish it was Rare, because Rare is fucking dope. Yeah. But it's on the tip of my tongue. I want to say Studio Zero. That's not right. I don't remember the name.
He's looking it up.
It's Retro. Sorry, Retro, not Rare. So they're giving it to Retro Studios, and they are going to continue developing the game going forward. And I know it's going to piss people off because it's going to take longer, but I don't really care. Take your time and do it right. I'm tired of seeing games get released too early and having all kinds of buggy trash issues. Nintendo has a really good track record with making, first of all, the most reliable consoles ever. Right?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was
They
that?
make the most reliable console ever.
Reliable means like it doesn't crash.
Yeah, they don't crash. They never had like the main problem that I've in the past the whole entire time Nintendo's been alive. The only problem that I've seen is most recently with the Switch is with the left Joy-Con controller. It gets disconnects every now and again. That's it. So in all their games, I can't think of the last time I saw a Switch game or any Nintendo game crash.
Okay.
I've seen a whole bunch of PlayStation games crash and Xbox games crash and all kinds of other stuff. Nintendo has the problems too, but it's never with reliability, and it's never with like how good their games are for what they are. So I'm really looking forward to them, fixing a problem before a consumer sees it. Unlike what a lot of developers do now is they put out a trash product and they fix it after they got their money.
Fair enough. Did you, as a fan, have some rumor-filled belief that this was possibly going to, like, at least we'd see some gameplay footage or something for sometime in 2019?
I thought it was quite odd that we didn't see any gameplay footage a year after they first announced Metroid Prime 4. That was like two or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
All they did was show a logo, and I was like, oh, it's great. Next year, let's just nothing. So, and now they're canceling it, and this is probably why. I mean, they have high standards for a reason. They had that Nintendo seal of approval, even though back in the day it was good, and then they kind of put it stamped on everything, kind of some trash games, but it was okay. At least the games worked. Even the trash games, they worked on a basic level.
Yeah,
I had AAA games crashing me on other consoles. So
yeah, don't you think that this is, in terms of, obviously they're not putting a date. Nobody has any dates, but if they're starting with retro, right?
Yeah.
We're obviously not going to be seeing this in 2019 if they're starting with retro now. So maybe a 2020, 2021?
I think probably 2020, 2021. Probably more than likely 2021.
So a couple years. Hopefully we'll see some footage in a year and some change, and hopefully it knocks it out of the park, I guess. That's, all we can really say.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a beloved franchise, and I would hate to see them, wreck it again like they did with the last one that was... I think it was on the Wii as well, but it was bad.
What was that one called? Like the terrible one that we don't...
It was by Ninja Theory, though. I didn't even play it.
Isn't it called Other M?
Once I saw that, basically... Yeah, it was Other M, you're right. Once I heard that Samus was trying to, like, catch the eye of some dude, I was like, that's not my Samus. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
God damn. Yeah. A lot of people fucking hated that one. It got fucking trashed. I give some props for them being on the forefront, because they were going to get asked all of this year about, hey, where's the footage at least? You know what I mean? I think those questions were going to get more direct and forceful as months went by. You know what I mean? Especially Sony pulled out of E3. It's going to be a Nintendo and Xbox centric big con. And obviously Nintendo has their own, what is it, monthly directs or quarterly? I don't know.
Every now and again, yeah. I mean, and luckily, Nintendo has low-key killed it last year. They had, I think it was like 6 out of the 10 best-selling games were Nintendo games last year.
Well, that's incorrect. Completely
incorrect? Okay, correct.
Yeah, so I have the list from NPD.
Okay.
For the top 20 highest-selling games. They had 6 of them. But for top 10, they only had 1. And that was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is according to NPD. I can read the list.
Okay.
So for 10, it's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. 9, Monster Hunter World. 8, God of War. 7, Far Cry.
God of War was
number 8.
Number 8.
Wow.
Yeah. 7, Far Cry. 6, Marvel Spider-Man. 5, Super Smash. 4, this is for the U.S., Madden. 3, NBA 2K. 2, and there's an asterisk, and I'll get to that in just a second, Call of Duty. 1, Red Dead Redemption 2.
You know what? I might have been looking at the Amazon best-selling game.
Yeah, and we talked about that offline a couple weeks ago. The Amazon one, I knew that was bullshit.
Well, it was for a 1-month thing. It was only for the month.
No,
of
they talked
December.
about the whole year, but it was bullshit for like all of the true sales or whatever. The true sales, obviously Red Dead Redemption and Call of Duty were duking it out as the top selling game. The reason that Call of Duty is number 2, though, is because absolutely none of the PC sales are included in this. When you include the PC sales, again, Call of Duty came out as the top-selling game of 2018.
Okay. Still, I think the Switch is doing really well. It's also still one of the better-selling consoles.
It's a very great selling console, no doubt about it. But the story here is, of the top 10 selling games of 2018 in America, 90% are on the PS4, with 2 exclusives where they get 100% of those sales, and a huge skew on every single other one of these games. Like, it's not an even split between Xbox and PS4 when it comes to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Xbox is not even in this fucking conversation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But
because I don't think there's any Xbox exclusives even on there.
No,
right?
no Xbox exclusives whatsoever. It's only PS4 and then some Switch ones. But again, like I said, 90% are on the PS4, and then for everyone that's a third-party game, it's a huge skew of about 65 to 70, 75% PS4 for every single one of those third-party games like Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption 2, NBA 2K, etc. So there's no doubt about it. Very strong year. The Switch outsold from a console standpoint the PS4, but from the game standpoint alone, Sony had a huge year, and both of their big exclusives were all nominated for Game of the Year across the board, with almost everything.
Yeah, I definitely got it mixed up with the Amazon one.
That's okay.
But yeah, Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2 killed it, man. Red Dead 2 killed it. But again, you put those PC sales in there, Call of Duty edged it, not by a crazy amount, but a little bit.
So wait, was it in the report as well that they do not count digital sales? Is that correct? They only count physical?
They do count physical for everything and digital sales for a few. But
yeah, well it tells you. So like they didn't count the digital sales for Super Smash Ultimate
or any there's others too. But yes, you're right. You're right.
That's interesting.
But again, this is what the NPD has released for the top selling games of this year.
Really quickly, going back to Resident Evil, if you are hesitant about dropping $60 on a game that's a remake, but not like a new game, there is free DLC coming within a month. There's, it is called the Ghost Stories, told from people that are trying to escape the city, and it'll be free, available on February 15th.
I like free DLC. Everybody should.
Well, I mean, it's great because they did the same for Monster Hunter. So far, everything that's been released for Monster Hunter, which they just had their 1-year anniversary a week ago.
Hold on. What, I know you didn't try to fucking sneak Monster Hunter.
I just fucking did.
Fuck your
because
shit.
It is fucking Capcom's highest selling game, and as you just read, it was in their top 10. It was in the top 10 in NPR.
It was in the top 10.
So,
but Resident Evil is their top selling franchise.
It's also trash though.
Yeah, and it is trash. I'm right there with you.
Whatever.
We got to talk about a few things though from this list itself. God damn it. Some things ain't shit this fucking year, and you know we got to be honest. Fallout 76 ain't fucking on here. God damn it.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider had one of the worst fucking years for that fucking franchise.
I wonder why. Tell them why, Prodigy.
Tomb Raider, well, actually, to me, they had a shitty movie. That's what started off.
You don't know why? It was...
Well, no, tell me. Maybe I don't know.
Because they made it timed exclusive on the fucking Xbox first.
Oh, yeah, for the trilogy. Okay. But for this one...
Not for Shadow one.
Yeah, for Shadow... No, not for Shadow.
No, they didn't?
No, Shadow was out for everything.
No, Rise of the Tomb Raider
What they did was
Shadow
they went up against Spider-Man. That same year, same time frame in September. It shit the fucking bed. I mean, it's nowhere on the top 20 list of best-selling games this year. Not Crystal Dynamics. Who was the one that did this Tomb Raider?
It's always Crystal.
I thought they had a change.
Nope, Crystal Dynamics.
Well, if it is Crystal, they fucking need to be ashamed of themselves.
I have it right here. Hold on. I bought it on sale.
It went on sale the day after it came out, basically.
Black Friday,
it went on sale Black Friday a week after it was out.
It is by... Oh, it's IDOS and Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix. You probably think it's Square Enix.
Yeah. So that game,
it's still in the package, Joe.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? This Battlefield 5. We talked about it in the lead up to in 2018 a whole fucking shit ton. You know, trying to go head to head with Call of Duty. Didn't have their Battle Royale mode ready. Still isn't out.
Still out. Won't be out till a few months.
And by comparison, especially to Battlefield 1, it ate a whole lot of shit this year.
I am amazed that Call of Duty did so well with basically no single player.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm like, whoa. So I guess that franchise is lost on me now. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun to play, but I still enjoy a single player. And I give my reasons all the time. I'm not going to do it again, but there's a reason why I like having a single player in there.
Yeah.
I wish they would. I wish they would add it. Because, do you ever play World War II? Call of Duty? The one literally the year before.
No.
I'll let you borrow that one. That one actually had a really good campaign.
Yeah, I like the campaign.
Shit.
I think for a lot of people,
they go straight to multiplayer.
Well, yeah, but there's a problem for me. So I'm a Marine, and I like some of the stuff for like Call of Duty and especially like Battlefield. Battlefield, especially, they're giving you some stories that are based upon real shit.
Absolutely.
And I like that aspect of this modified historical events, and that's fun for me.
Yeah.
And then also same thing with like with Call of Duty. I like the stories they were telling. They were very interesting stories, and I'm missing that. And another thing that people kind of forget is that when you're playing the single player games, it's teaching you the look and feel of all the weapons in the game.
Truth.
Before you get to multiplayer. I don't like having my learning curve in the middle of me doing a multiplayer event.
I get you.
I like my learning curve to be done offline.
I can definitely respect that, and I know exactly where you're coming from. A lot of people felt that same way. It didn't
Not enough, obviously.
Yeah, it didn't hurt the sales for shit. Yeah. But, it is
Still
what
fun,
it is.
It's a fun fucking game. You can get it cheap now.
It's like hold on.
25, 30 bucks.
Let me just give you the Marine mentality of what I'm thinking about. Go. It's like, I like guns. I'm good with an M16, but it's like, I wouldn't want to go to war with like a fucking FAL. Like, I like I understand the FLs are pretty fucking cool. I love to shoot them, but don't just toss me out there in a war zone with a fucking FAL to go shoot. I'm like, what the fuck? I need to get orientated with this thing.
Yeah.
Like on a range or some shit. I don't want to go out there and try to shoot bad guys with an FAL, something I'm not very familiar with.
That makes sense. I will say this too. It would have been extremely interesting to see if Rockstar had launched Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC at launch. And to see if it still would have held on. You know what I mean? In terms of going up against, obviously Call of Duty did the Xbox, the PS4, and PC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would have been a fascinating thing to look at.
Well, it's also fascinating that we have a game that was, when it launched, it was basically only single player up against a game that was basically only multiplayer.
Yeah, that's true.
And people were saying that single player is dead, but it's like, if you look at the top 10, there are a bunch of games in there that are single player only.
That's the majority.
Yeah,
that's the majority of these.
It is. Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, Super Smash. Sort of. You can sort of play it online, but it's kind of painful.
Really? Damn.
Yeah. Far Cry 5 is mostly single player. There is multiplayer elements though.
Sure.
Monster Hunter World, sort of the same thing. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a single player. God of War. That's the majority of the top 10.
Yep.
Are single player.
For facts. And look at fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 hanging in there at number 11.
Number 11? Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. That dropped in 2013.
Bro, you know what I see that I get angry about? I've seen so many fucking YouTube videos and news articles about how Rockstar fucked up with Red Dead Online. I'm like, you fucking morons. GTA Online did way fucking worse.
Yep.
Way fucking worse. And they're almost, if not the highest selling video game of all time.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah.
All right. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. Yeah, the beta is not doing that great. But when the actual online part comes out they fix all their shit, it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna eclipse probably GTA.
GTA 5 I think has already or is right at the 100 million mark. That's more than a lot of consoles, like best-selling consoles, like the Wii and shit. Fucking respect the fact that this is an old game from 2013 that is still moving a ton of fucking units, man.
Yep.
I just bought it. Doing.
I just bought it for $20.
Old Ninja just now playing.
I just bought it. I've been playing online. Fucking there's hella people playing, and they do events every week. Every week there's events. You get double the cash, double XP.
Yeah.
There's fucking like the heists and shit, which are like, I don't know, raids or some shit. I haven't even done that shit yet.
People that say that Red Dead Online is dead don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're fucking. First of all, it's their beta.
Yeah.
All right. So when they eventually release the actual game, they're gonna crush it, and you're gonna see another huge bump in sales.
Oh yeah.
And there's still people working through their campaign. The campaign was long as shit.
Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah.
So the other, I want to real quick mention, for February, we haven't done this in a while. PS Plus has some interesting games.
Goodness.
We have all been very honest with the fact that it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's straight garbage on
It's
the
been
free
missed
stuff.
for a couple of months in a row now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like most of the fall, I think, most of the fall, and it was garbage.
You know,
Destiny for free a couple months ago.
I kind of have a theory about that.
Ooh, what's your theory? Conspiracy?
So I think they give you trash games around the time when they release Sony exclusive games.
Ooh, that's something we got to pay attention
I think
to.
they do.
Okay.
Because when Spider-Man came out, I'm pretty sure shit games came out. Same thing with God of War. Shit games came out.
Ooh, there might be something to it, man. We're
Yeah.
going to have to go into the crates. This time around, in February, we're getting Hitman, I think the latest version of Hitman, and For Honor.
No, you're getting Hitman the first season.
First season, okay.
Yeah.
But that was still part of the latest collection, right?
Yeah, but they're in the second season now.
Okay. I'm excited about Hitman and For Honor in a lot of ways. I'll download them both.
Yeah, and I think there was something else I was releasing too, but I already have the game. Hold on. I'll tell you, it was a good game.
While you're looking that up, they're also increasing cloud storage from 10 gigabytes to 100 gigabytes,
that's
which
huge.
is big
shit.
too. And I think no additional cost or anything like that. This is big shit. Very nice for them. I'm going to download both of those motherfuckers and just save them. And a quick tip, even if you don't have room on your drive or your external drive or your drive for your actual PS4, you can still add it to your library and then download it later. So, did you find the thing you were looking for?
I'm pulling it down right now. It's taking a minute though.
Okay.
Because my internet's been kind of fucked up.
You gonna
Oh, here we
download
go.
these, old ninja?
Play
Play 'em later.
I'm not
Sorry.
a huge fan of
Metal
Hitman.
Gear Solid 4 Guns of Patriots is being released on the PS3. If you have a PS3, get that fucking game.
Oh my god.
Get that fucking game.
Dude, okay. I'm sorry. To go back to the list, you know what else we didn't fucking see on here that ate shit last year? Konami had Metal Gear Survive.
Oh yeah.
And what they could have done, if they had released a Metal Gear Guns of the Patriot Solid 4 for the PS4.
Yeah.
Just a remastered, here you go, no bells and whistles, here's the game again, looking a little bit prettier on the PS4, it would have done better than that.
I don't think Metal Gear Solid 4 gets enough praise.
That shit was amazing.
It was an amazing game. Yeah.
Fucking love that. And I'm going to go one step further. In a lot of ways, it helped save the PS3. The PS3 was eating a whole lot of shit prior to that game coming out and knocking it out of the park.
Well, it
as
was
an
also
exclusive.
controversy too because it's supposed to be a launch title, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
came out
that's
like
true.
I think it was like a year or two late.
Yep.
But it was still fucking amazing.
Yeah, man, that shit got me.
This
Fucking
is-
loved it. So I would still love that from Konami. I don't know if they'll ever fucking do it, but that would be a good one to see on the PS4. And you know what? There's no PS4 Metal Gear Solid collection of 1, 2, 3.
They
and
should really
4.
do that. Yeah, because I think Snake Eater was like one of their best ones. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, 2 might be their. I can't even call it their worst, but it's like their most controversial, only
True.
because the end was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
But it was still an amazing game.
Absolutely.
Snake Eater was good. They're all like great in their own way.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we could use that, and we could also still use a Mass Effect trilogy for this console gen.
So
I'll play it again.
there is one for the Xbox. I don't know about
wait.
PlayStation.
I'm talking about a remastered, prettier collection of all of them. I'm not talking about the retro stuff where you can put a 360 game in your Xbox.
Yeah, but it runs and looks prettier. It's
just
not
said
an
I'm not talking
HD
about
version.
that.
but
I just said I'm not talking
remastered.
about that.
You're talking about like a whole like remake, which
No, just the remastered.
Yeah.
they're busy with Anthem.
Yeah,
So-
man, facts.
Interesting though, on the Xbox side, they have like 4 games coming. I mean, there are a couple arcade, but Assassin's Creed Rogue, which will be free in the first 2 weeks.
Which one is that? Some mobile shit? What the fuck was Assassin's Creed Rogue?
That was mobile.
Was it mobile?
Well, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't mobile. It was on the Vita,
on-
I thought.
Well, it's
Is
on-
that the one with the slave black girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think that. I thought that
No,
was
no, that was
Liberation.
Liberation.
That was
Okay.
Liberation.
Oh, okay.
Assassin's Creed Rogue it has somebody on the front. I don't even know who this is, but it looks cool. They're bringing. They have Super Bomberman R, Curse of the Blood Moon, or Bloodstained Curse of the Blood Moon, and then they're bringing back Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. You'll be able to get that shit for
That's
free.
some bargain bin shit, though.
Yeah, but it's free.
This shit don't matter. See, if you'd have said that was the PSN shit, I've been like, that's trash. It's no trash month.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be honest.
Those can't compete with Hitman for Honor, man. Let's be real. Let's be fucking
Or Metal
real.
Gear, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, even on the PS3.
Yeah.
I would replay Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Great. Okay. God damn.
This has been a fucking gaming heavy episode.
It sure has, but sometimes we have to go hard on gaming and fucking a little bit of Dragon Ball. You know what I mean?
Dragon Ball your ass.
Homestead saw this Glass movie.
I
To
did.
switch it up.
I did not. Can you not?
No
don't
spoilers.
Yeah.
Impressions.
Who plans on seeing it?
I might.
I'm gonna see it, but I need to watch the other one.
Split.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen Split?
No.
Yeah, it's hard. Then it's hard to give a review without comparing it to Split. So I will save this.
God damn.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, it's a direct. It's almost a direct. It is a direct sequel. But there's a lot of comparisons. It's hard to make a review without mentioning what happens in Split versus this. So I just can't.
Whew, shit.
What you got?
These
right?
ask me the be that questions. They're going for the throat. And he's actually somebody I know. God
wow.
damn.
Are we going into those? Is that,
Wait.
Is it that time?
So we're still talking about gaming, but we didn't get a chance to talk about this last week. Was this Gearbox scandals? We want to talk about this a little bit?
I don't know the scandal, so go ahead.
I'm a little bit confused. If you can break it down,
I don't.
go ahead.
I don't.
Then, yeah,
I
then
just
let's save it because it
I
seems.
saw some weird, crazy shit.
I know it involves Randy Pitchfork. It seems really confusing, but I want to be as accurate as possible, so I'm gonna slow my roll.
All I know is there's some weird sexual harassment stuff going on. There's some he said, she said. There's some weird documents going on or some shit. It sounds fucking weird, and I know a lot of people were upset about this.
All I care about is where's my Borderlands 3, goddammit. Gearbox needs to deliver that shit, and it needs to be great.
It's fucking weird.
I don't care about nothing else.
What's this Rise? Did you already talk about this? Rise of the Shield Hero?
We talked about it a little bit at launch. Go ahead. You like it?
So I watched the first 3 so far. I think the 4th one came out today.
Yeah.
I think people that complained about the show they didn't watch it, first of all, and they're fucking dumb. Like, stop with this whole virtue signaling bullshit. Like, you didn't watch it. Just admit it. You didn't watch it. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Stop trying to seem cool with you and your lame ass friends.
I'm gonna go one piggyback on you and say, a lot of them don't watch anime. Period.
Yeah,
I can tell from some of the write-ups.
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. Like, it's obvious what happened to the guy, and it happens in anime all the fucking time. Good guy gets fucked over. Oh my god, a girl did it. Like, what the fuck? That's not a new thing.
Yeah.
And don't stop trying to draw parallels from a culture that you don't understand and have never even attempted to understand.
Yep.
And it's not real, it's an anime.
Yep.
But that shit happens in real life.
It does.
So get the fuck out of here on all fronts. So just to explain, y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, is that in Rise of the Shield Hero, is that basically this guy and three other dudes got summoned to another universe where it's almost like I love this new
fantasy.
It's like a fad with anime now, where they do like this whole. We get transferred to some video game universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Sword Art.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. Like even before Sword Art, like No Game No Life was before Sword Art Online, I think. But there seems to be a lot of them now. There's that time I get reincarnated as a slime. Sword Art Online. This one is a
Overlord.
Overlord. Is it okay to hit on a girl in a dungeon? Isn't that kind of the same deal?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of them now, which is fine because they're all pretty fucking entertaining.
Yes.
But in this one, they go to this new universe, and this guy, basically he's a shield hero, and everybody else has like weapons, like a fucking spear, an archer, and a swordsman.
Yep.
But he gets a shield, and ends up being that the shield guy is like usually the weakest one. And so they need to help this universe stop these waves of enemies from killing all of them. That's why they called him over. And so they decide to give them, like the king of this country gives them people, and the people choose which hero they want to go behind, and nobody picks the shield guy. All right, but after complaining about it, it's like, why is nobody? First of all, they kind of dismissed him like whatsoever, and then a girl was like, hey, I'll help you out. So she helps him out. they go to like a
Weapon master.
Yeah, weapon master. He gets money from like the king to like do with what he will. The king even feels bad for him because he has like nobody with him. Like everybody else has like at least 3 people with them. He's got 1, and so he gives him more money to help him out. So he basically spends most of his money on the chick to help her out, to like get her upgraded, and then she helps him out a little bit for like basic stuff. And then like the night, like they're gonna go to bed like the first night, and they go out to dinner. He's feeding her, and she's asking, do you want to drink some wine? He's like, I don't drink wine. Super like, oh, do you sure you don't want to drink it? And he's like, no, I'm good. No, I'm just gonna go to bed. So he goes to bed, puts all his stuff away, wakes up, all his shit's gone, and the king's guard come in and basically arrest his ass and throw him in front of the king. And she says that he tried to rape her. In the middle of the night. And it turns out, obviously, it's bullshit. And one of the other, I think it's a spear guy, she's working with him to, like, fuck this guy over. And basically, he's ostracized from, like, the entire society.
And it's a matriarchy.
Yeah, it's matriarchy. Well, there's a king. So
yeah, I know. But they mentioned matriarchy in terms of their society. I don't get it either. But they said that word. I remember that.
I almost want to say, like, from that point on, it's almost like they try to seem like obviously they didn't watch it. I almost want to say that the guy gives a bunch of super really good like masculine traits, but he buys a slave.
Yeah.
So I can't overlook that part.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, he doesn't like treat the person like a slave, or, like rape them because it's a girl.
Yeah, rape
them or anything like that. But he buys a fucking slave. There's really no getting around that.
And that has been in many other animes that you've mentioned too.
but he also needs help because he can't really attack.
Yeah.
Like he has a shield and the shield doesn't do shit. Really. Like he just protects people. So he needs somebody to basically be his sword, and he ends up being the chick. He treats the chick really well, but he still bought her as a slave. So I know somebody will listen to me and be like, "Oh, you didn't mention." I'm mentioning it. All right, he bought her as a slave. And basically frees her. They help each other out.
Yeah.
He really needs her, and she really needs him.
I'm going to quickly mention, I love the fucking art style on this.
Yeah,
it's really crisp and vivid. That's the best way I can describe it. I liked everything that was going on with it. I heard about the controversy first, watched it, and still don't see any other big deal whatsoever. I'm on board, and it seems like the majority of the true anime fans tend to like this one as a new anime. They want to see where it goes. So it's getting a lot of good buzz. A lot of folks are loving it on Verve and obviously Crunchyroll. So it's good shit, man.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it, so far too, because it's interesting to see like a main hero that is basically a support character. That's very rarely done. Like if ever, really, I can't really think of somebody else off the top of my head, because he really needs somebody else to help him.
Yeah.
I mean, he can basically survive on his own because he has so much durability, but he can't really kill.
And that's important.
Yeah.
Because the enemies are only going to get harder and harder.
Yeah.
So I'm still on episode like 2 or 3, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So you haven't seen like, so the episode I'm on, like, the girl gets a little bit older.
Okay, no, I haven't.
And she gets more badass.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that part yet. But you know what's funny too? There's some things going on. Like, did you realize that Goblin Slayer, which all of us loved, got 0 nominations from Crunchyroll on their own award show?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
What in the fuck? Like,
I'm not surprised because of the controversy. Like, people, they don't want to be caught up in controversial stuff anymore because they're scared. Listen, if you are okay getting revenue from it, and it's one of your, it's probably one of their highest viewed ones.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, then it needs to be on your award show. You know, it needs to be up there.
Yeah.
If you don't want to admit that, then never have it on your site.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like, and there were some people who thought Yuri on Ice was controversial in some ways. You know what I mean? But it was obviously nominated for a whole bunch of them. There is no way possible, and I watch plenty of stuff on Crunchyroll and Verve, there's no way possible you can tell me that Goblin Slayer wasn't one of your best new series last year. It just was.
Yeah,
you fucking know.
It really was. Like, by a fucking mile.
Yeah, exactly. No nominations. That is fucking weird. I'm nervous that despite how good Rise of the Shield Hero is, maybe it doesn't get a nomination next year. And then these weebos going to be angry, man. They're going to be even angrier than they are. I'm telling you right now.
Everybody knows weebos don't speak out. They'll sit there and play Kingdom Hearts.
Christ debate.
With the body pillows and shit.
All right, should we get into any B's and B's?
We need a Weibo revolution is what we need.
God.
Actually, no, fuck that. Y'all need to stay low on the totem pole. They'll be having kids and shit, little Weibo children, making us all weaker and shit.
We say this. We're the biggest like comic book and anime and video game fans. But there's certain Weibo shit that we got to just speak against.
Yeah.
Should we get to any B's and B's?
Yeah, there's some fucked up ones, man.
Are there one, but
did you not read them?
I didn't. Like my printer went out. Like some of my.
Because it's directly about the Golden Eggplant Awards, man.
Should we save the Golden Eggplant Award one for the award show?
No, I don't think so.
No, because there's good questions.
There's some legit questions.
Go ahead.
So should we give out this person? We'll just say his first name, just in case.
Put him on blast.
This is from Eric.
He's a Marine friend of mine. Well, actually, I knew him since high school. So before both of us were Marines.
So he asked, why is it, this referring to the Golden Eggplants, why is it that you guys have Ready Player One as worst movie, but not The Meg, Jurassic World, or Robin Hood?
God dang.
This is almost an easy answer.
Go ahead.
Because we didn't watch them shits. Well, none of us watched The Meg, I don't think.
I watched The Meg and Jurassic World. I did not watch Robin Hood.
I didn't watch Robin Hood either.
Yeah. Robin Hood we're all like whiffed on that one completely.
Yeah.
I will tell you this though, Eric. I liked Jurassic World 1 a lot. Like that was a pretty solid movie. I saw it like this year. But
you didn't watch the Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah, I haven't watched Fallen Kingdom, but I liked the first one a lot. I will watch Fallen Kingdom based on how much I liked the first Jurassic World.
The Meg is just like another like popcorn film with Jason Statham not fighting a shark hand to hand, but it's still, I mean, it wasn't a super bad movie, but it wasn't worth a nomination.
And it's our goddamn awards.
Yeah.
We appreciate the question. Though.
So then his next question is, why do you guys crap on Spider-Man but give Aquaman a pass?
Oh, what you trying to say?
He's talking about, obviously, I'm assuming he's referring to Spider-Man Homecoming.
Wait. We all 5 of us absolutely loved Into the Spider-Verse.
I think he was referring to Homecoming.
Right?
'Cause that's the one that you be screaming about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's talking about
Tony Stark.
Yeah. Homecoming had some issues.
He
had issues.
Hold on. He has follow-up stuff about that. He said, talking about Aquaman, he said, how does he go, obviously Aquaman, go straight to the mother box in Justice League if he's never been to Atlantis?
Not sure if it was held in Atlantis or not.
We forgetting everything that happened with Justice League. Get that the fuck out of here. But yeah.
They jump out of a plane in the middle of a desert. How the hell did they get back out of the desert?
He flew or something. He
dug.
Well, I think
dude gets new Atlantis tech. Why the hell would you take it apart and build a Black Manta suit? I kind of understand that one because basically if you know Black Manta as the character, that suit, the helmet is iconic. And obviously it'd be more advantageous to like not have to fire with your finger.
With your hands, because that way you can shoot with your eyes and have your hands do
free
also combat. Yeah. Plus, he is also obviously an engineer, so I mean that's what a lot of engineers like to do. They like to tinker with stuff.
But yeah, I mean obviously there were still a few, not many, continuity issues with the movie, but it was not as egregious as previous DCEU films. And the main reason why most of us, not all of us, some of us, probably just me and Prodigy, why we didn't like Spider-Man Homecoming is so they did not do a good job with the character of Spider-Man. They shit, even though I know I shit on Aquaman as not being the Arthur Curry that I know, but they still did enough with like his backstory to like make it seem sort of plausible. But in Homecoming, having fucking Tony Stark as a mentor is a slap in the face to any real Marvel fan. If you don't think so, you're not a fucking real Marvel fan. Come fight me, I'll fucking choke you.
There it is. Gauntlet down.
Yeah,
man. They literally replaced Uncle Ben with Tony Stark.
Uncle Ben died.
I'm fine with that, but what I'm telling you is Peter Parker, when he was at his lowest point, thinking the rubble was going to crush him, that's from the comic book, when Amazing Spider-Man
33.
something. Yeah. He's supposed to hear Uncle Ben's voice or think of Uncle Ben and his motivation. Seeing Tony Stark is a slap in the face to everything about who Spider-Man is. And a talking Spider-Man suit in high school has never fucking happened. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's why. That's bullshit.
That's
Yeah.
definitely your two guys' gripes.
Yeah, and
I mean,
we've argued about this. It's not a
numerous
consensus.
times. Yeah,
it's
it's
not a
definitely not a consensus. So we are definitely split. I feel like Blue flip flops every now and then about Homecoming. I mean, like he hates it, but he kind of enjoys it, but then he hates it again. So obviously we know Stitch is 9.85 about it. So I'm like in the middle. I enjoyed Homecoming. I didn't see a huge issue, especially with what they're doing with the MCU and how like Tony's their biggest star in the MCU. He's not the biggest star in Marvel Comics. However, in the MCU, he is the biggest star. I understand what they went. I understand that it's not Spider-Man's continuity or whatnot, but what in the MCU has been 100% with the comics? Nothing.
I
Nothing.
agree. The comics ain't the movies. Movies ain't the comics. Totally on board with that. Spidey is iconic. I still will say it's like fucking up Batman's origin in terms of the Waynes in Crime Alley not quite dying at the hands of whoever, the criminal. You're not going to fuck around with that and have any DC fan happy with you, right?
Well, the original Batman had them killed by the Joker, which is not in the comics. The 89 Batman...
The general spirit of going to Crime Alley and both of them dying still happened in every Batman iteration. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can't fuck with too much classic shit that everybody already knows.
It would be like instead of having Alfred, you would have like the Green Arrow,
Yeah.
like basically being the mentor to Batman. You know what I mean?
People would
It's
be-
just like, what the fuck?
People be up in arms. They'd be
It
up
should-
in
it would,
arms.
It wouldn't even make sense.
Yep.
Like the fact that people want to entertain that as an argument is so fucking strange to me. Because in the comics, Iron Man's a fucking drunk.
Yeah.
He's a drunk. All right, he's not even in the movies. He is not a good role model at all, and he knows that.
Exactly.
It was so bad that he pilfers him off to fucking Happy. Like his, what the fuck?
Yeah. And Peter Parker has never been in high school desperate to be an Avenger more than anything else in his entire life. Like that's he joined the Fantastic Four temporarily early on. And speaking of which, in the Marvel Spider-Man game, did you see the Fantastic Four suits?
Yeah.
We finally got the Future Foundation and the Bagman.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And he was in the Avengers too.
He does go.
Yeah.
He works with X-Men.
And it's still weird to have. I'm sorry, I have to go back to this, but a kid in high school having to go fight for adults. Like, why isn't that weird to everybody else?
Well, he's what, 16?
Just-
Yeah, he's like 16 in
Still
Homecoming.
weird, man.
So, I mean, if he was 18, would there be an issue or no?
If he's an adult, it'd be less of an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could use, I've said this before, some people disagree, but I could use a more mature Peter Parker. I think we can do that. We saw a little bit of Spider-Verse.
I need to see Peter Parker Industries. When he's like an adult running his own shit.
Yeah. Even in the Tobey Maguire one by Spider-Man 2, he was in college. You know what I mean? Like,
I think what they might do, hopefully, is that after they do like this latest phase, that they will do a time jump.
good.
And I think that's when we're going to get rid of, Captain America, Iron Man, possibly the Hulk, a few other people as well. And I think and hopefully they will take the opportunity to use Peter Parker as an older guy.
Yeah. I mean, I love Peter B. Parker from Spider-Verse. That was a great one.
Snacking and shit. So you gonna eat that? Give me that.
Eating them fries and that belly.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got on that list?
So we have one from Dirty Stew.
Oh, shit. He's always dank.
He says, no, this one's kind of super vanilla. What is your favorite kind of pie or pies?
So, no, he's from Scotland.
He is from Scotland.
So
I don't
hopefully
think
he
they
means
talk
like
that.
the dessert pie and not some
Yeah,
weird
'cause-
Scottish thing.
No,
haggis?
I thought it was a sexual thing. So he
That's probably not
actually,
even Scottish.
yeah, he actually did list his pie. I think his favorite is like pecan or whatever,
Okay.
or some shit. Hold on.
I always associate that with like the South. I never
Yeah, me
associate
too.
that with Europe, but
No,
all right.
it's not. It's something else. Hold on, I can pull it up.
Go ahead. You got a favorite pie, though? I think I know what you're going to say, Kronos.
Oh, well, it's probably, to be honest with you, blue sweet potato pie
There it is.
is probably my favorite.
This is cheating a little bit, but I'm going to go with really good peach cobbler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a pie? That's cobbler.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
cheating a little bit. I know, but woo, man, when it's on point, Man, I could eat a punch bowl full of it.
Also, probably number 1 would be poontang pie.
Yeah.
Number 2 is
Furry beaver. What you got on that?
I literally thought you were gonna say cream pie, but
I was waiting on you.
yeah, I really like if it's done right, key lime pie,
Oh yeah.
and then like any kind of like Reese's pie, because those are hard to make.
Wait, the Reese's peanut butter cup?
Yep, you ever had a Reese's pie?
Diabetes in on a fucking plate? Damn.
Worth it.
That sounds sweet.
It's
as
not
hell.
Worth it.
diabetes is not worth it.
Worth it. Death is worth it. So he says
Candy
his,
bars.
he said his favorite is Scotch pie and apple pie.
The fuck is Scotch pie?
I fucking know.
Just put scotch in a bowl. And just drink it.
I don't even want to look that up. I really don't, man.
Yeah,
I'm scared
afraid
to.
I'm not scared too. Fuck it. Learn about other cultures here.
If you see it, watch it be like somebody with a Prince Albert inside of a like fucking pumpkin pie or some shit.
Damn.
It'll be all fucked up.
What is in
Oh,
there?
it looks. It's a meat pie.
Oh, it looks
Oh,
like shepherd
fuck.
pie. Okay.
It's mutton. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. We learning about cultures.
Excellent. I'll try that out.
That sounds good.
I'm sorry.
I know. I love a good shepherd's pie too.
Forgive my ignorance, but what type of meat is inside there traditionally?
I think it's mutton.
Okay, but is that? I'm sorry. Is that beef?
Minced
Yeah,
mu-
it's
Minced beef?
not. I don't think it's minced. It's like
Lamb? What is it?
no.
I
Fuck.
can't remember. I don't.
thought it
I
was sheep,
Mutton
right?
chops.
Lamb.
Sheep.
It's
Is it?
lamb.
Is it
Lamb,
lamb?
okay.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
lamb. I
Okay.
keep thinking it was like elk or some shit.
Good shit. I'd eat some lamb.
That sounds good.
Yeah, little vegetables in there, flaky crust.
You see how weird it is for other cultures? Like, they have pies that are filled with things that are not full of diabetes. Unlike America. Like, you ask, I would say 99% of Americans, what's your favorite pie? It's going to be some sugar-filled bullshit.
Super sugary.
Yeah.
Yeah, key lime pie is super sugary,
Yeah, and
but I
tart.
love it.
It's all about them key lime pie martinis, yo.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They still had those at my spot, right?
Well, they brought them back. I don't know if they're still there, though.
Okay.
We have not talked about Young Justice.
Oh,
It's so
go
good,
ahead,
but
y'all.
you want to wait
No, no,
till
no,
you
no.
watch it?
Don't wait on me. Go ahead.
Actually, I can fix it for you in a minute. I can give you this.
Oh, cool.
So have you caught up, Cronus?
No, I'm 3 episodes behind.
Oh, so you're missing last week's 3 episodes. Yeah, those are the ones that are caught up. Did you see the?
I had the plague, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did you see the Vandal Savage episode?
Yes, that shit was
Oh,
crazy.
So
shit.
this one, I gotta give props to this one. This we gave a we poured out some liquor for him last year. Miguel Ferreira, he's George Clooney's cousin. He's also involved with the Young Justice since its beginning. He's the voice of Vandal Savage. He passed away last year.
Oh.
They gave him, memorial for the Savage. It is a very Savage-heavy episode where it recounts the basically the origins of Vandal Savage up until him defending the Earth.
Caveman shit.
Yeah, but he also has some shit where he does some cold-blooded shit to his own family. So it was like, holy shit. But, I mean, once again, Miguel Ferreira doing his thing as Vandal Savage. We're still feeling his, presence leaving us or whatnot. He did a great job. There's so many fucking characters in Young Justice. It's like, they keep introducing new ones like almost every week.
How many total episodes are we going to get?
Blue said 26.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I've only seen 13 so far, but some of them are pretty fucking fucked up.
Yeah, you get a lot of new characters.
Nice.
Yeah,
I was
there's
very
just, that's what I'm
surprised.
saying.
Yeah.
Almost every week there's somebody new.
Love it.
Almost every week, and their connection to some of the team is super convoluted. The one that has the most probably convoluted is Jade, who's the sister of Artemis.
Oh, yeah.
Whose Artemis is with Will, and I guess Will and Jade have a kid together, which is Artemis's niece. Would it look like Artemis and Will, who's a clone of Roy, have a thing, and they're pressuring Will to basically beat the guts in of Artemis, but he's not down with it? I think he's still in love with Jade. It's fucking complicated. And then you have, I guess Magan has a brother.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until the
Yeah.
show. So there's all kinds of there's even more. There's a Spider-Man ripoff called Black Spider.
He's in the last episode.
Yeah.
Or
That's the last
season.
episode
Yeah.
you saw. He's
No,
on.
no, I mean he's in the previous seasons.
I don't remember him in the previous
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
but yeah, he was in one episode. There's they bring in Lady Shiva, which is cool. She's fucking pretty dank. Just like there's each week there's fucking a shit ton of people.
What'd you think of this, Kronos?
It's been really good. I mean, it's basically met and exceeded my expectations of what old school DC shows should be like. Like, you know, Young Justice and Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. It's all up to par with that. They're weaving deeper and deeper stories, weaving together arcs with different arcs and characters with different characters. It's really good.
Good shit, man. I'm gonna get caught up. I swear to God, I'm gonna try to do this next fucking week.
So I'm hoping there's new episodes on Friday.
And you said they still doing 3 at a time?
3 at a time.
Yeah, that's good
so we'll find out on Friday if they drop more. But it's been crazy. They've had some really they'll have some moments where you're like, oh shit, I can't believe they do that, because there's actual death on the show.
I love that. More mature.
And I'm like, oh shit, I did not expect that. Yeah, it's pretty gory. Yeah.
See, they got off Cartoon Network. They can do what they want.
I guess so. But I mean, they're on Netflix. Netflix would have let them do whatever they wanted.
But Netflix didn't own it. You know what I mean?
No. But I mean, now DCU has it, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, we wrap it on up, guys.
Sure.
Old Ninja, what you got populating this week?
So I'm going to find out how the fuck to be a part of the fucking Anthem demo. If
the
not,
public one.
Yeah. If not, I'm just gonna go back to some Resident Evil, play Leon's story, see how that goes. I'm gonna try to add, because we are really, really bad at this, even though we have it, because we have a Twitch account. We need to add more content
Twitch
to
out.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to Twitch out my Leon playthrough. You can watch me get fucking slapped around by the tyrant, whatnot, or watch me fucking go through ammo like fucking crazy. Hopefully not. Super Bowl's this weekend. For those of you who actually watch sports, I'm probably gonna be watching it somewhere. I think my house is having a party. We'll find out. I'll find out if something blows up. Other than that, yeah, just chilling. Oh, catching up on some shows. I guess American Gods is coming back, so I'm gonna try to watch.
Is that this weekend?
I don't know, but I know it's soon, so I'm gonna try to watch all of the first season of American Gods before the next one drops.
Good shit. Carlos, what you got?
SF Beer Week starts on Friday.
Ooh.
That's when I start my beercation. Yeah, I'm taking off the whole week.
You putting out your schedule for that?
I only have Monday done. Obviously, you know, on Friday I'll be at the opening gala, which is in San Francisco, obviously, but I forget. I think it's on one of the piers.
Okay.
So, I have Monday pretty much mapped out and part of Tuesday mapped out. I'll share my itinerary when I go, but it's a little bit hard because the itinerary that I do is usually through the SF Beer Week app.
Oh.
And where I go, it's not always for events.
Okay.
There's certain spots where I go to where it's I know they're not having an event or an event that's on that map. So I usually go to Magnolia and 21st Amendment, but it's only because, not only because, but they do a strong beer month, and it starts in February too. But that's not necessarily on SF Beer Week's list of events.
Gotcha.
So I'll go there to drink and get my punch card done. That's another reason why I love this time of the year, is to get strong beer month done in a couple of days. But yeah, I am building up my actual itinerary. I'll share it in the next couple of days. If y'all want to meet up with me at any of these places, let me know.
Yeah.
You can email us or email me directly, kr0nus, the number 1, at gmail.com. And hit me up if you happen to be in the area and you want to have a drink anytime next week, except for Thursday. Thursday, I can't really do anything during the day anyway, maybe at night. But yeah, let me know. And it's a good chance to meet up with me in person if you're in the Bay Area. Especially we're in San Francisco, because that's where I'll mainly be.
Once that schedule's out, I'm going to meet up with you one of those days in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, for next week.
Good.
Let's make this happen.
I'll probably
There's
do
a bunch of good stuff
during the day. Probably 2 days next week, maybe 3.
Shit.
We'll see what
And
happens.
we'll tweet out and all that other stuff, Instagram, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'll always tweet on my account where I'm at.
Yeah.
So
Shit, we might do it Periscope. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck
Never
it
know.
all.
Periscope still a thing?
Yeah, apparently so.
We'll do a Vine. Wait.
Well, the thing is, we have it linked to our Twitter, so you can watch us live.
Super 2016
Yeah.
stuff. I'm going to try to catch up on a little bit more anime. I'm definitely going to be watching some Young Justice. Got to catch up on that. I guess I'm going to do some Keyblade Weibo shit.
Yeah, you is.
Man.
Yeah, you is.
Donald needs saving. Light, dark,
You better
Skrillex, drop the drum
Donald
and
might
bass.
shoot you. He got that gat.
Donald is a real one, I will say. I'm learning
He gives
that.
no fucks.
But yeah, man. That's all I fucking got, God damn it. Take us on out there.
You just experienced the dankest podcast on the internet. We are Black and Black Times Infinity. Check us out on the internet with B then BTI. That's BTHANBTI. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Player FM, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, B then BTI. Check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/B then BTI. Oh, Amazon. We have an app on there. You can download there. Download the app. Check us out. It'll let you know when we go live. Vote for the Golden Eggplants. Vote as many times as you want. Vote often. Be dank.
His God-given genius of science, man at last has succeeded in penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space.